Don't look at me for this one.
And that's the first thing that came on here. Hello.
Nope, not yet.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Ahoy.
Welcome to DMs After Dark. I am your DM this time, Jessica. Wow, Rady's like smiling so hard. Today we're playing Honor and Intrigue. This is our first session. So last session we did a session 0 and we made characters and all of that. And this time we're doing our first session of Honor and Intrigue, and it'll be my first long campaign.
This is awesome.
So excited.
All right. Does anyone have any questions? Do you want to just dive in?
I think we all have a lot of questions because
but...
most of us barely read the rule book. But, you know, hey.
Oh, yeah. We'll figure that out as we play.
We'll make them up as we go
along.
Hey, what's up, Sunday Me?
Page. I'm just going to write down the page numbers to reference my maneuvers. Sorry.
Smart move. Smart move. Before we get started, I wanted to ask Sarah, our Captain Red.
Yes.
She is our captain of this ship. We're not starting on a ship, but when we do go to ship, you're the captain of our ship. I don't think we're actually going to be doing any ship combat for this adventure. I might change that next session, but I know not this session, but I don't know if we'll do it this adventure. Probably not. But do you want to name your ship?
Yes. So the name of the ship is the Lady Saskatoon.
The Lady Saskatoon. I love that.
Okay.
You ever heard? Sorry. Every time I hear the word Saskatoon, I just think of that City in Color song. Do you know that song? I'm Coming Home.
No.
Oh, everybody go listen to City in Color. Coming Home. It's a very beautiful song, and it's just even funnier that guy used to just be in a metal band, and he has like the most beautiful voice of all time, and you never know it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hey, there we go.
Hey, prior commitment.
I'll put it in chat. Everybody go listen to this. Hey, man.
Yes, Doc, the Lady Saskatoon, exactly the way you think it's spelled. Like the city in the Kanadas.
The
Canada. Once again, Canada intrudes upon our street.
And once again, emo music comes out of Rainy. Just like, hey, everybody go listen to some emo music.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Sunday Me. That's awesome. Last week's I Have a High Ground was so good. I listened to The Shadow of Esther.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Sunday.
Hopefully you enjoyed them.
Back.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, why does Canada always come up when I'm the one DMing?
I wasn't even the one who brought it up. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
You know what? Maybe Bowden's from Montreal. We can just retcon
Not
this
like
right now.
goddamn Canadian, nah.
Well, okay, listen. So, Red's like whole inspiration and all of that came from a modern shanty called "The Last Saskatchewan Pirate," and it's an incredible banger of a song. So go listen to that. That's my music recommendation for you.
Yeah, that's more appropriate too. Really,
it's very good.
For what we're doing, it's more appropriate than my song.
I do not believe Otto Powered won Ray and stuff.
He got silver.
That's fantastic. I think it's Modifius won for the writing.
I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that they got silver. So
that's cool. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah,
great writing. So
yeah, fantastic. I'll take silver any day of the week. But hopefully, I get a gold DME because that means even more.
DME. Oh,
wait, do we have gold, silver, and bronze?
We don't have any. We don't have anything. I do have.
So you just need to win at least one.
I bought a little figure. I have a little Gary Gygax figure that someone will get for something. Maybe we'll figure like best stream that DM. He'll get some. That one. Whoever is that one who wins that will give the little Gary Gygax to that. Yeah.
Not the best dick joke. Not that one.
No, I think like best overall stream. That would be
makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I think we have a best DM performance or something like that on there.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that is one of our categories for like the game best DM for a certain game.
Yes.
Prior commitment. If we were in person, we would absolutely do some sort of snack. However, the DMEs are probably going to be virtual. By nature. We need Troy to be here.
Yep.
Well, Troy's gonna come up. Oh no, he's gonna miss it. Yeah. We're doing the DMEs.
But it would be really cool if we could do the thing we talked about as a live game when he is up.
Yeah. Maybe we can even pre-record that if we can make it work. But
I missed those messages, but I'm pretty sure I know what you guys are talking about. I just got a text from Amber that she lost her sense of smell.
I have it up. Yeah.
Oh
yes.
Amber will likely be joining us for the future, but Amber's got the Ronas.
Yeah. Came down with the COVID.
Down.
Wish her well.
Oh no.
Thanks, Gen Con.
Oh no.
Gen Con.
No, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah, I mean, it makes
can.
sense. 50,000 people, like.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I saw that Monty Cook, a couple of people on Monty Cook's team got it too.
Got it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like 50,000 people, like even though they were really great, they like were really great about masks and vaccination status and stuff like that and checking.
That's really
I
good, though.
was sitting like 20 feet away from people, like by myself, like in a room by myself, 20 feet away from people. I took off my mask because I was like working, and like someone was coming around and they were like, put on your mask. And I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I will. That's fair.
Yeah.
But Sarah, I want to ask, is there any like special crew that you want like on, I also don't know if this will come up, but.
Again, pulling from the song, all I know is the general name and tiny bit of information about her first mate.
Thanks, Stockwood. Yeah.
Oh, that is a set of rerolls all around.
Lots of
read for the night. So the first mate is called Salty Bob.
Nice.
And he's a former law enforcement officer who defected.
Okay.
And now he's
piracy.
Now he's just a good part of the crew.
All right.
What was the first mate's name? Sorry.
Salty Bob.
Salty Bob. All
right.
I'm going full in. Let's go.
Nice.
Love it.
Salty Bob.
Is there anything else before we get started?
Do all of us need friends, contacts, rivals, or enemies, or is that just an optional thing?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to flesh out the ship a little bit. If you have any ideas for friends, contacts, or rivals, feel free to let me know.
Yeah. I don't think Bowden's the
seems like a solitary
personable
fellow.
type. Yeah.
Seems like a solitary fellow. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So our scene starts on a pirate island, because there's always one. You call it Providence, call it Tortuga, whatever they're always called.
Providence is nice. It's a little shout out to our home state.
Yeah, Providence.
The pirate Isle of Westport.
Yeah. So
listen, major history of piracy in Rhode Island.
Yes.
To be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was gonna say also in like Middle America, there was an island called New Providence where a bunch of pirates resided.
Well, see, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the island of Providence, pirates kind of gather here on their downtime in between kind of, pirating, stealing, looting, hunting treasure, doing whatever pirates do. You guys are in a tavern. It's, rambunctious because it's pirates, right? There are people fighting. There's like liquor being thrown. It's very loud. People are having a good time. You guys are here because you are waiting for a contact. And Captain Red, a former colleague of yours or a former contact of yours, the British gentleman who helped you when you were younger, reached out to you and let you know that there is an interesting job that he believes you would find beneficial to you. And he tells you that he is sending a colleague and that you can trust him. So you guys are waiting to meet this contact. Why don't you guys maybe introduce your characters a little bit and let me know maybe what they would be doing at a rambunctious pirate tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I can go first unless anybody else wants to.
Go for it.
So Jean is
full name, please.
Jean Maria Volante de Cavalcante.
Oh man, I'm never gonna get this one. Go ahead.
But everybody else right now just knows him as Jean, and he's got curly dark hair and a beard that at one point in time was probably very, very well groomed, but now it's just kind of a little scraggly. He wears very, very simple clothes. And I like to say probably like a hood, like something like a cloak or something with a hood that he tends to keep up a lot, even here, which I imagine is a pretty hot place. But he has, simple, other that under the cloak, simple shirt, simple pair of pants. One thing that he does keep that shows that maybe there was a much more wealthy or well-off past is a very nice pair of like Italian leather boots, like the high cavalier boots. I know, Sarah, I'm still with the footwear and the boots.
You and boots.
But a very good pair of like musketeer style boots. And he also is kind of holding across his lap something that's just wrapped in cloth. That's long and pointy. Could be a
Is it
sword.
close to his
but
chest?
You don't know. Yeah, just kind of keeps it on his lap as he's sitting there. He is not partaking of the alcohol. I would actually no, take that back. He's drinking a nice wine.
Fancy.
Yes.
Is there a nice wine here? At
the nicest one he could
He's
get?
drinking
Here.
the nicest one, that he can get here, which is subpar and pretty trash, but still nicer than like 5 other versions they have.
And
here.
he is not too happy about the quality of the wine that he's drinking, but he's dealing with it and looking around at the goings on in the debauchery. Not too happy about it.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I think, I'll go next. I think that we see Jean is drinking some wine, and like as he kind of like gives the face like, we see the same face out of Bowden, like slightly down the bar, and he just
probably
looks
way worse. Bowden for sure knows.
Yeah, Bowden just looks and just goes like, "These men is, I do not know how he could drink this field." And but Bowden just very quiet, mostly just like muttering under his breath to himself. Grabs rum or something, something, and he's just drinking, but he's sipping. And actually what we see is we hear the dum dum of his wooden leg as he walks along the bar, and he is kind of just scoping the place out. He isn't muscle, like he's not like an enforcer. He's kind of, like we talked about in the character creation session, ship carpenters are kind of like highly prized, and like they're there to do their job. But Bowden has a certain kind of he has a need for his crew to be on point, right? Like he wants them to be going places, so he's kind of like babysitting, and I think everyone on the crew knows that he's always constantly watching that they don't get out of too out of control. But I think what we mostly see with Bowden is he kind of is just like slowly walking around. We hear the peg leg, like the wooden leg hitting the floor every once in a while. And he's like inspecting tables and chair legs. And he's just like
fixing wobbly legs.
Yeah, there's like a wobbly table. He's like, this is embarrassing. And he just kind of like takes out like a little like chisel and just like shaves something off of like the side of something else and makes a shim and just sticks it underneath it. And he's like, yeah, much better. And
some people are not so happy when you're like adjusting their table.
I like lift it and one person's drink like slightly spills a little bit, but then I fix the table and I show them it's more stable, and then I'm just like,
we're like, hey, they lift a drink to you.
Don't go too crazy.
And
that's what Bowden's doing. I should describe what he looks like.
Go ahead. Yes.
Bowden is a barrel-chested, huge arms, big legs kind of guy. Very kind of just round. Not an attractive face. Probably got a little bit of an underbite. You know what I mean? Like a little underbite, scruffy, not a beard, but just like, growing and patchy. Kind of like squinty eyes from always being out on a boat and ship and salty spray and sea and sun and everything like that. Does wear like a small, not like a pirate hat, but like has like a small little tricorn, like the little ones that don't have the big brims on them.
Yeah.
And probably just wears, even though it's probably warm here, he's probably wearing a pretty sturdy coat. And then underneath, like very basic linens and just breeches and one nice boot, and then one wooden leg.
One wooden leg. Nice. All right. So last but not least, Captain Red.
Yes. So definitely the most rambunctious of the group. Red is she does the backwards sit on a chair, and she's like leaning over, like listening to someone tell stories, and just like buying drinks for people. She's a tall, slender woman, long auburn red hair, very obvious to the name. She has the big fancy captain's hat on, and it is definitely a bit too big for her, because she just took it from the guy she killed.
It like occasionally like droops.
Yeah, she has to keep thinking. Yeah, she does the Riker sit, just on a backwards chair. And she's similarly, the only really fancy article of clothing on her is the hat that she stole. She's got a big, sturdy brown coat, regular your white shirt with the laces on top, breechers, boots, whatever. And she's got a sword hanging from one hip and an axe hanging from the other. not really trying to hide her weapons because she knows that's how you get respect around these parts, and she's not here to take shit. She's drinking lightly, but it's more like for appearance because she knows she's like actually here to be an important contact. But she does not give a shit what she drinks. It's whatever random grog the bartender recommended her, and she's like, "Yeah, it's fine."
All right.
I also want to add just one more detail.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
absolutely.
As he sits there in between, kind of looking around, unhappily, Jean also has a small black leather book that he has on the table in front of him, and he's just kind of like reading to himself.
Is it like a Bible?
Yes.
It's a little Bible.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was gonna make the joke that inside that Bible though is just like a very lewd painting of a lady that you used to have relations
No,
with.
it's what it is actually like what they used to do there is they would paint on like the edges of the pages.
The pages.
And then if you
yeah.
if you twisted the book a certain way, then it would be like, hey. Yeah, so it was like a way of like hiding your stash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your stash? Oh my gosh.
Hey, thank you, C-Stock.
Thank you, C-Stock.
Thank you so much for 6 months of base money.
Awesome.
Subscribe now. That timing.
This is the time.
Oh no. Wait, why did we just lose? Did we lose Christian?
Christian, your sound's gone back.
Yeah. I was like, is it just
Uh-oh.
me? We lost Christian.
Uh-oh.
See him
Uh-oh.
talking.
He's the stream guy. Where? Uh-oh.
Oh no.
I know, he's like our old man tech guy.
I'm looking through our old man tech guy. Hopefully he doesn't. Hopefully his sound went out too, so he didn't hear that. Getting done. Can't even defend himself.
Yeah, no sound, Christian.
Oh.
Um.
Nope, still nothing, bud.
Well, oh, that's so crazy. It literally just changed in like. Oh.
Oh.
I think I heard you.
Yeah.
You're back. Yeah.
That's so weird.
You're back. All right, you were saying something about.
It's our.
Fit the yacht. Wow.
Bummer.
I can still hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we'll keep up with chat and see if he comes back.
Is it that?
Oh no.
Oh, our stream isn't
Stream
picking
can't
up
hear you
anymore?
now.
Oh. Well, all you guys have missed is Christian. Let everybody know.
Bezos.
Yeah, it's the
Bezos
bi-weekly
an
Bezos
asshole.
Bash, where we just thank him for the money that come out of. Well, anyway.
Every time someone gives us Jeff Bezos' money through Prime, we dunk on him.
Yes.
Love it.
Apparently taken down in Amsterdam.
Hello?
He didn't even
There
have
we
to
go.
have it taken down. He could just go underneath it. He's just a rich.
Tool.
Tool
Chat,
guy.
can you hear Christian now?
They're a little behind, so we'll see.
Looks like
I
it should be
don't-
coming out now because I can see it on voice meter. So
Okay.
I don't know if
Ideal.
ideal
Hello?
is for the response or for the Bezos Bash.
So we have a question.
there we go.
There we go.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
perfect.
All right, if it goes out again,
Awesome.
let me
Thank
know
you.
because I just literally like
Thanks.
bumped my microphone a little bit and it went out. So sorry about that.
So
Yeah, Jeff Bezos, he sucks. Let's get back to this.
Doc Void asked if we have a first mate, do we have a quartermaster? Presumably we do. But
Yeah.
we haven't named them yet. We'll find them. Well, that person
They'll,
will come.
they'll get a name when they're important.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm
there are
gonna
a couple
start
of people.
googling
There's
funny
like-
names.
For the game itself, there is like a ship sheet and there's like a list of like different positions on the ship. So there is like first mate. I think there's like the helms person who's like steering the ship,
Do we have a
there-
coxswain?
there's, like,
Coxswain?
a physician. No, there's no
Coxswain.
coxswain. And
John is
there-
the coxswain.
Oh, I'm forgetting one.
He's something, all right.
I don't think you know. Yeah.
You
I
said
don't.
coxswain and now I just blanked out what the last
Oh,
thing
sorry.
was.
Wow, Jess's mind just wandered.
I didn't even mean that. I just meant like, yeah.
For the record, the coxswain is just the person who steers the boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
John-
it's
John-
the helms person.
John
Yeah.
would not actually be that coxswain.
All right. So it gets pretty late at the tavern. It is in kind of full swing. the pirates, they are sometimes fighting. There's like some of them break out into songs, some of them fight over like one stealing over the other. And you guys are kind of pretty patiently doing your thing, fixing tables, looking around in disdain, relaxing. And it gets pretty late and you almost think that this contact isn't going to show. But just when it's almost early morning, a cloaked figure enters the tavern and he comes straight over to you, Captain Red. And he is like, can I take a seat?
She kind of does a little tip of the hat, gestures for him to sit down.
I take it you are Captain Red. You are who I'm looking for.
Aye, the one and only. And your name, sir?
Where is my note card for this? All right.
He pulls out a card.
Yes, Captain Lasnor. I would say that it's a pleasure to meet you, but I can't say it's ever been a pleasure to meet a pirate. But my colleague says that you are someone to be trusted. He knew you when you were young and you've made quite a name for yourself, it seems.
I do what I can.
Well, on Thomas Wentworth's word, I am here to trust you. And here is a proposition, I suppose. Again, my name is Captain Lasnor. I am a member of, where are all of my notes? I am a member, I wrote this down. Hold on. Yes, I am a member of the Shepherds, British intelligence. Normally I wouldn't be telling you this, but no one will believe you and you'll never see me again. As it would seem, our group has come into some information about a French vessel that has just resurfaced, we shall say.
Bowden is in the corner and whatever he was managing to fake of not paying attention is gone. He just starts dragging a chair. He like grabs a passed out drunk guy's face and just like moves it and just pulls a chair up next, like near Red at the same table.
Resurfaced in what way?
Well, nearly a century ago, this ship went missing. The ship and its crew got lost at sea. Rumor was that many got sick, lost, sunk to the bottom of the ocean, no idea. But it seems that they had found their way to an island and decades had gone by, but only one person showed up again, reclaimed into society, carrying as much gold as they could carry. And this French vessel was to transport thousands and thousands of pounds of French gold to the new land before it went down, unfortunately. And this one person who survived from the shipwreck, they returned with a mass fortune, as much as they could carry, as I explained, spent as much as they could, and they returned to the island to get more, and then they never came back again. However, they created a location and a map that they passed down amongst their descendants to return to the island. And for quite some time, it has remained hidden, undiscovered. But we've just learned that the Spanish army and military is in possession of this map. And they wish to go and reclaim it. The French have become aware as well. And so now Spain and France are in operations to try and reclaim this gold. Being that we are the British and we don't want to see a war break out with the money that they would use to finance their exploits and things like that, we'd rather see it in the hands of pirates who would piss it away than use against us. Plus, there's a good chance if you make it there, you won't survive. So there's that too. And if we make a move against the French or the Spanish, then we might be called out on it. But if pirates do it, then there's nothing really to lose.
We're the least risky option for once. I like the sound of that.
Yes. Exactly my thinking.
Actually,
yes.
We are the risk. They are not taking one, the British, and putting us in. So beyond the gold we may find for ourselves, And I should be doing a French accent, but like it would be clearly coming through to this. Is it Laszlo? Is that what it was?
Lasnor, yes, Captain
Lasnor?
Lasnor.
Yes.
You just got I'm done playing soldier. What else is in this for us?
Gold beyond your wildest dreams.
If it's there.
John has been reading his book, reading the Bible up until this point, and really barely even looking at this guy. Actually, kind of keeping his hood down so he doesn't see his face. But when he says "gold beyond your wildest dreams," he just reads from the book, and he says,
no.
"Not given to drunkenness, not violent but gentle, not quarrelsome, not a lover of money." 1 Timothy 3:3. These, my friends, are the things we are called to be.
Easier for a camel, right? That whole thing. And
The pirates that don't want money.
Yeah, no. That might be the two of them thing. I am broke and I need a lot of gold to get to what I'm trying to do. So, whatever information you've got, I'm quite interested. And she just looks between the two of them, just like, guys, come on.
Captain, if I may, it is not that I don't want this gold. Of course I want the gold. However, it could be there, it could not be there. We could be going into a battle. There are people here who are also searching for this lost gold. Treasure, stories, these things, they spread. It's dangerous. Obviously, it would be wonderful if we go there, get there first, find this gold. However, for taking the chance for the British government, I would like something up front.
Oh. I mean, no, this wouldn't be for us. This would be for yourselves. But
so you say,
what are you looking for? I'm going French now too.
Anything, and again, Bowden would not be the person to negotiate this, but he just kind of says I am done fighting wars for countries. If you do not want us to turn tail when things get ugly there and say, oh, this is not worth it, the British government did put us up to this, then maybe you incentivize us to keep our mouths quiet and sail fast. Sorry, this. I'm not playing.
No, that's fine.
I gotta get
that's
better
fine.
in Bowden, but at the same time,
no, it's true.
This sounds a lot like him getting enlisted again, and he's like,
And you?
Oh, he's looking at me.
Yes, it seems gold does not interest you as well. You do not seem. You say you do not want the wealth.
What the Lord, he looks at the pit. He's just looking at his book and he says, "The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion." Psalms 11:5.
I mean, that is what we are offering, right? We do not want to see the French and the Spain go to war. We do not want to go to war with them. We do not want them to fund their wars. What we are offering is hopefully anti-violence in a better way. We're hoping as well that, this is not our armies that are going to play. We hope to circumvent that. But perhaps we can offer you something, an incentive.
He kind of closes the book and he puts it down in front of him and he just lays it there. And he says, on the coast of France, somewhere near Calais, there is a small parish. In the parish, there's a man by the name of Father Benedict. You will go to Father Benedict. You will give him his weight in gold. With this, he will fund many righteous deeds. You do this, I will help you divert your war.
Damn. And Bowden just looks at Red and just says, the only things that I want anymore. And he looks back at Lasnor and says, you have copy of this map?
We do not, unfortunately. Currently, the map is in the possession of the Spanish military. We have learned that it is being housed at a small manor, just 6 days ship ride from here. They have hired a cartographer to come their way, presumably to make copies of the map. So we have a bit of time.
Sorry,
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you up before you
No,
responded to
no,
Christian.
that's
Just figured
fine.
lay all
No,
No,
on the
no,
table.
that's fine. Perhaps not before you go and seek the gold, but should you acquire the map from the French or from the Spanish and take it away from them, we shall pay your Father Benedict his weight in gold.
Father Benedict cares for the orphans of your wars. Surely, if you want to divert a war, then you would not care about paying a man who does the Lord's work.
No, not at all.
He just kind of like leans back and like tips his hood down again.
Captain Red, did you have questions?
Mostly looking for a specific location or what you know about this manor.
Yes, I can give you the location of the Spanish manor. The island itself, no one knows of besides whoever holds this map. The only thing I do know is he takes out a parchment and unrolls it for you, is that the map will bear this symbol. And Bowden, you actually recognize this symbol throughout
Okay.
your searching and your years of life. You have come across the symbol. It does not mean anything in particular to you. You have seen it maybe a handful of times related to mysticism, but has always led to nothing and has never meant anything really.
And
But
this
it's come
is a
across.
symbol that's going to be at the manor.
It is a symbol that should be on the map.
Oh, on the map.
On
Okay.
the map itself, yes. And
Okay.
it is a circle with a it's like a budding blossom in it with like its petals kind of starting to unfurl. It's still
Okay.
kind of curled, but it's within a circle, a symbol of an unfurling blossom.
Okay. Okay. Oh boy, and that gets Bowden's attention again.
Yes, it is something he has seen before.
You had him at 100 years ago. French ship goes missing, and now that you show him something where it just tickles the corners of known knowledge that has been nagging him for some years now as well. Okay, for the record, because of my flaw obsession, I have a penalty die if I have to roll anything ignoring that symbol right now.
Correct, yes.
So does it become obvious that Bowden recognizes this?
It depends on how well do you try to hide this. Do you like try and contain your interest, or
Nope.
it is very obvious.
Yeah,
Bowden
the second that parchment's
sits
out,
up,
yep, leans forward, looks at it, and just stares.
plants his leg.
Yeah.
Punk.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know this symbol. This. I've seen it. This does not bode well. I do not know if there is enough gold.
The Isle. What I've heard rumors of the island, all I know for certain is this map. Many people have seen it to confirm it, but the island itself is shrouded in mystery. Only one person has returned from it. And they say very little over the years that I have heard. There are rumors of monsters, mist, other shipwrecks, cannibals. It's honestly all a mystery. All of it is really a hoax, though.
Bowden's eyes narrow hard at that, and he says, you cannot discount these things.
I mean, trust what you can see with your eyes, my friend.
Who is to say I have not seen things like this with my own eyes? And looking at the symbol, looks at Red and just says, I will follow you here.
She puts her hand on the map and moves to take it.
Yes, he gives you the symbol. I think that is everything that I had. Again, as I mentioned, best of luck. You will know once the payment has been made. So, Father, whoever you are.
I will.
Strange to see a pious pirate.
I do not consider myself a pirate, sir.
I mean, you travel amongst pirates. I think that makes you a pirate.
Makes me a traveler. Where I go, my path is not laid before me by my own choice, but by the choice of one above me.
I suppose you will be tested and you shall see. It's not for me, though. Captain Red, I hope you live up to your name and Thomas Wentworth's word.
I hope you live up to his word as well.
I suppose we'll just have to trust each other.
She does the little tip of the hat, very official.
Yep, he nods to you all too, a little bit of disdain, and heads out. Oh, he also gave you the location of the Spanish villa. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will jump forward about 6 days time.
One second, actually, if you don't mind.
I was gonna say.
No, sorry.
But I was gonna say, is there anything you want to do?
Yeah,
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good cut though.
Yeah, I have heard and met this Wentworth. An honorable man.
Which
even
one?
for the
Wentworth.
British. Yes,
Wentworth is what you said.
Wentworth is a character I played in our very first Good Society game, by the way. So
I was going
he's a
to say you
British
should probably
captain.
tell people.
That's
I
right.
wasn't there,
Yeah.
but
There's a connection.
I got the reference at least.
A very good man.
Wow.
I heard he has settled down and find true love, which I commend him for.
Oh, well, good for him.
Yes, he had walked a wicked road for a while, but eventually he found salvation, as you could as well, Red.
Oh, trust me, we get this done. I'm going to be finding a hell of a lot of salvation, my friend. Are you kidding? Can you imagine what's on that island?
I can. I am not looking forward to it, but I cannot not go.
We'll find it. We'll find a way.
How much does, and for the record, I'll let you guys answer this. How much does everybody know Bowden's just a crazy dude? He to the world, I don't think he rambles often about his crazy visions, but I think that if you've been on a ship with him for some time, you know.
Red knows.
One of those nights.
Yeah, Red knows.
Tells the tale.
Maybe Jean does not know. What?
I don't know.
He's
I
the
think
new
John
guy.
would probably. That depends, because also how much do you know about John? And I think we established this beforehand. You just kind of know him as John. You don't know the full name. And he's kind of kept all of that very close to his vest. You've also never seen what he has wrapped up, which is very obviously a sword, but he never cakes out.
So for now, your character and my character don't know much about one another.
Yeah.
So
and the same thing with Red. I think John was probably just on a boat that you guys raided and wound up just being like, he's like Jules wound up being at the end of Pulp Fiction, where he's like, I'm just gonna wander the earth and do good.
If he gave her money to travel, she would have been like, yeah, sure, whatever, just don't be a dick.
Yep.
I think either that or he was probably just like, yeah, I'll join the crew just to because he saw oh, I'm gonna save these people, right? In a way, or just in one way or another, I'm gonna join here. Here's my calling. I'm gonna help these people out and help them be better. Yeah,
and
help them not make the mistakes he made. Yeah,
and not to sound too terrible, but while not as on hands helpful as a carpenter would be finding, having a man of the cloth on a pirate ship, or at least what looks like a man of the cloth, is
like a man of the cloth.
You can use that,
and he will never say that he's brother or father. He doesn't take that title at all. He's just I'm just a traveler, and doesn't tell you much of his history. Although occasionally he'll just be he'll do that thing where he's just I was worse than you, and I was better, and that sort of thing. But he doesn't ever elaborate much.
Oh God! Did you make a pre-televangelist?
He pulls out a snake, starts dancing with it. No.
Oh no!
Oh my God. So it's about 6 days ship ride to where the manor is. I don't know if there's anything that you guys want to do in the meantime. No, to prepare. Okay, there's nothing really, anyways, to do. I just want to check.
Yeah.
Once you guys get there, you can see that it is pretty much like a plantation town, very close off a little bit inland from the coast. There is a large manor / villa. It is decorated in very much Spanish style with the roofing and things like that, and
the columns.
Yeah, exactly. And there is a small town around it that kind of houses some of the workers and the trade and industry there. How would you guys like to approach obtaining this map? This is
exactly, Otter Poet.
Nice. Yeah.
So
that's a good reference.
Is there because thinking logically, are there docks further from the village so that the ship can be more hidden?
Yes, so you wouldn't need to pull it up probably right to the dock. That wouldn't be like probably the best idea. You would want to do like further down the coast.
We could also find
your
like a
way
cove or
to the
something
town.
further down the coast,
Yes.
and then take like a launch to land and then
Yeah,
sneak
they
over.
often
Yes,
anchor
exactly.
out at sea and then
Yeah.
take small boats in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So got this location, got our boat anchored. Figure we'll take just a few of us into town to start scouting things out. Make sure we know where we're going, what we're doing, seeing what's there, and scouting out the competition. Don't want to leave Lady Saskatoon unattended. Salty Bob, you're in charge. Make sure that she stays safe and protected.
All right,
else.
Captain.
she gives the loving or else because they know it's her baby. Ever since she took it over, she's like, it's my girl.
She's like, I got it, Captain.
So
You can trust old Salty Bob.
oh, I know, my dear. All right.
Salty Bob.
Idiot.
You take all the time you need.
So, Bowden,
E.
you're coming to land.
Right.
And she just kind of pauses and then looks at John. You feel like walking back on the land? Getting your feet dry?
I will go with you. Yes.
Good. You'll make us look a little more legitimate.
Exactly,
For the
right?
orphans.
For the
Of course.
we are not taking children. I meant Spanish. I don't know why I meant Spanish there, but like he looks at Red and just goes like, we're not taking kids, right? Like we're not taking any kids back on this boat.
Oh God, no! On a boat? Are you kidding?
Oh.
No, I think he's talking about the money for the orphans.
Oh, right.
Yeah. All right. Make yourselves look presentable, boys. We're going ashore.
Bowden's definitely the one rowing this boat, for sure. Like just those big arms.
And Red does very sadly leave her hat, so she doesn't just be like, "Hey, I'm a pirate."
Yeah, right.
Oh, I just thought of exactly who Bowden looks like, although he's not
Oh,
French. I'll get a
got
picture.
an image now.
Didn't last time we say he's the midway point between Andre the Giant and Danny DeVito?
Yes,
Yes.
that's exactly what we said.
Yes, I don't think
Far range though.
not quite. So I'm gonna the guy who played Judd Painter in the series Poldark is what I imagine
Oh, that's
this
so
guy to look
specific.
like. Yeah,
I have no idea
I'll
what that is.
but if he was just like a bit more muscly.
Muscly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Just looks like a real mess of a person who's been had it rough for a while. That's all I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. Sorry.
Been there, done that, seen shit.
Yeah. My concept was
leg.
old man who's seen some shit. So
yeah, that fits
was- yeah.
perfectly.
Perfect.
Anyway, sorry. Got
No, it's
distracted.
totally fine.
It finally came to me.
Yeah. So you guys start rowing in. It's a beautiful, clear day. There are seagulls in the air. That's fresh, briny smell of ocean. You guys make it to land. You start to head in towards the town. As soon as you like get close to the town, you can tell that it's like vibing with energy. People are kind of bustling around. People are very active. It just has like a very energetic, hyper feel to it. People are moving around. And on the docks, you see this giant Spanish Navy ship. It is beautiful. They are cleaning it. You can tell there are people like moving supplies and things onto the ship. They're trying to kind of like clean it down and things like that. The ship is clearly getting ready to go out in a day or a few days.
Mhm.
People are very excited. They are in full swing. I don't know why I keep saying full swing, but like people are very excited. They're kind of moving around. They're very busy. You can tell that there's energy in the air.
There's going to be a lot of swinging from ropes coming up
From
soon.
ropes
You're
and
just
stuff
getting
like
ready.
that.
Marv is not here. Actually,
Oh.
Marv is here.
No.
Wrong kind
I'm
of
on
swinging.
shore. Come on.
Wrong kind of swinging.
Marv's got his own inn that he runs.
Welcome to
still haven't
Mars.
Watched that.
This is
I don't think I want to at this point.
No, it's not as bad as you
it's
think.
that.
It's worse.
Oh God, the image in my head. Okay. But yes, the town is moving about. There is a small inn to stay at. There's it's a pretty small town. There's only maybe like 12 to 15 like small establishments or
Mhm.
houses outside of the main villa and like the plantation area.
Mhm.
Yes, is there anything in particular you're looking for? Anywhere you would like to head?
I don't think we should go for the villa right away.
No.
If it look, maybe we should try and find out. Do we split up? Because maybe we should try and find out when they're expecting to launch. Because we can do a few things with just that information. You know, find out who's here, when they're planning on leaving. You know, but then again, that's us going to a dock with a military ship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But I think we also need to find out more about the villa. Who's there?
Yeah, defenses.
Yeah.
So how about this? Anyone who kind of goes out into the town can make me a flair roll. If anyone doesn't want to go out to the town and maybe do some general investigating, they can make me a savvy roll.
Yep.
So I will go. John will be like, I will ask around town.
Speak to the people.
Oh,
and so a flair roll would just be roll 2d6, add 3, which is my flair.
Correct.
Or
that
add
is
your
your
flair.
flair. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, I think we covered this in session 0, but it is a 2d6 system. Basically, you have like your stats and stuff like that. You roll 2d6, you add your stats. The success is always a 9, and then if you get 2 6s or a 12, I think it's 2 6s. That is a mighty success.
Yep. And if you get 2 1s, it's a. If you get 2 1s and it's still below a 9, it's a calamitous failure.
Correct.
Yes.
So I have a question. So, like we're just talking about mechanics. I'm not going to go do flair. I'm not a flair person. People don't want to talk to me. I'm going to do savvy. However, can I also get the bonus from craftsman if my plan is to go take a look at the ship and try and BS them that it's not seaworthy? There's a problem.
Yeah, I would say I would get a +1 for carpentry, and I would get a +1 in this case for pirate as well.
Okay, well, I actually only have +2 to craftsman, +0 to pirate.
Oh, okay, perfect.
So I'm getting the +3 from savvy, +2 from craftsman.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Oh, and I rolled absolutely terribly.
Yeah, and Christian, I would add one of your careers as well for kind of like getting to communicate
I
with
have
people.
Courtier, Don Juan if I wanted to,
Don
Don Juan.
That's your people skill.
I roll on my own with just plain flair. I rolled a 10.
Oh, perfect.
So I mean, it bumps to a 12 if I want to add Don Juan. If I want to find like a young lady who works at the house and buy her a little wine. Yeah. But either way, I don't care. I foresee him just kind of asking around. I don't think he's looking for trouble. However, if you want trouble to find him, remember you can, because he has the hopeless romantic flaw, and he's going to fall in love with the worst possible person at the worst possible time.
I have a couple people in mind.
And so
I think
we have Jean hitting the town, talking to young ladies or just talking to people. Bowden is going to go try and stall things at the harbor with the military ship, because for all intents and purposes, he just looks like a guy who works.
A worker guy. Yeah.
He looks very normal, which is very good in this situation.
Yep.
He looks like a dock guy.
He definitely doesn't look like
He
anybody
does look like a dock guy. He literally could pick up a box, and I don't think anyone would.
Yeah, everyone just like, yes, guy with a wooden leg. Yep.
He belongs here.
There's tracks. Yep, tracks perfectly.
So, what's Red doing, and what order do we want to resolve these? Because I rolled and I have my results, but
I was originally gonna have Red go around the town and talk to people, but I think I don't know if this is a stretch of the rules.
No, it's fine.
Can I have her kind of get closer to the villa to kind of get a look at it, in particular with like daring?
Yes, I think so. Is daring also your role for like perception-y things?
I don't think it is.
I
think technically that's savvy.
But I mean, you could ask for a roll for both, really. You could ask for daring to get there, and then depending on how she does, you can make it a hard savvy roll. You know what I mean? Like a minus.
Oh, that's a good point. I like that. I mean? I like that.
Yeah,
good
that
call.
works.
Yeah, maybe make a daring roll for like how close you can get.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can impose a penalty on the savvy if need be.
So why don't we start with you, Red?
Yeah, so I rolled double fives, so that's a 12.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So like you get really close and you like climb up into a tree and you're like pretty
Yeah,
hidden
that's
and you're like looking into windows and you've got like clear shots of stuff. And then you can make me a savvy roll, which I think you get a bonus die on actually, because you have keen something, right?
I have keen eyesight. Yes. Let me
Yes, yeah.
double check exactly the wording on that.
Yeah. So you just get a bonus die. So you roll 3 die and it's you take the 2 highest.
Sweet. That's
Yes.
helpful because my savvy is +0.
While you're doing that, we'll go back to Jean. What did you roll? You got a 10?
Yeah, Jean rolled a 10.
Okay, so you go into town. It is not hard. There are people everywhere. You're just being like your regular self, right? You're not.
My regular and mysterious self. Yeah, so I'm
yes.
just gonna like bump the hood up and keep the
Yeah,
cloth
so you
sword
just
kind of concealed under the cloak, and
Yeah.
just yeah.
You go into town. You're just friendly. You just kind of bring up conversation, just like what is going on? Why are you so excited? Things like that. And they let you know that there's a huge expedition that is going out, and people are very excited about it. The Navy is going to go out there. They have a huge rumors of treasure that they're going to uncover and bring back to the town, back to the country. They're very excited.
That's how they got all these people all excited about it. They're
Yes.
saying like, this is going to be good for
Yes.
all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good
And
for the economy, meaning
Yeah.
the rich people.
Trickle down.
Yeah. And the villa is going to be hosting a party tonight. The cartographer is set to arrive, I think, from the bird notice that they've gotten in a day or two's time. And they're pretty much just holding up on that. Once they get copies of the map, then they are planning on heading out. Yes. But
So they're going to
very
have a
excited.
party tonight, but the cartographer's not going to be around for a couple days.
Correct. Yes. They're
Oh,
just
so we got
getting
some
ready.
time.
They've
And the
pretty
map
much,
is the map is in the villa.
So they've pretty much like partied like every single day until they leave. So they've had a party like every night. That's the sense that you get. But it's been great. There's been lots of food. They've been like getting tons of stuff in. So like the town is feeling great about it. Yeah. Yeah. And that is kind of the general sense that you get from like talking to people. They're just kind of getting ready for this. Bowden, what did you get for your...
I just squeaked out a 9. I rolled a 3 and a 1. I rolled 4 on my 2d6, but luckily you let me use craftsman and savvy. So I know what I'm talking about, at least. So I may not be all that convincing, but I make points, you know?
Yeah, you go over there and you like start lifting up a box and kind of moving it over. And you're just like, hey, there's that hole over there. Like that's kind of a weak spot. You might want to take a look at that.
You need to replace this beam. Like I'm basically saying, like, I'm just trying to like make like a bigger list of things for them to do by pointing out even the stupidest little flaws. Because like for something this important, and like I've gathered that, you know what I mean? Like I do just start talking to like regular laborers, and I'm just like, do you think this is going to hold? If a storm comes in, these snaps, you cannot turn left. You need, like, we need to be able to sail into the, like, and I just start talking, and I'm just like, this is not acceptable. And like I'm walking around and I'm just doing it, and I'm basically just saying like, I'm walking around doing like the grumpy old man thing. We're like, this is bad craftsmanship. This is just this is lazy.
These days.
Yeah. Exactly.
They you know, every time they hear your voice, they kind of pause for a little bit and they look at you, but then they like
French
see you.
voice.
Yeah, they see you and they're like,
Who is paying you? What is what this is? I would get back and do this right.
Yeah. And you can tell kind of from looking around, talking to people, they take your advice, that they are set for a long haul. And you can tell also that they have no idea what they're in store for. They have just like
how
random supplies. Well, they have no idea how long they're going to be. And it seems like they've brought supplies for like very different sorts of expeditions, right? They've got different sorts of supplies, very like large weaponry, very small weaponry. It looks like that they might run into trouble, and they've got cannons prepared and things like that. They have like no idea what they're coming up against. They've got like supplies for different types of regions. They don't know how far they're going. They have no idea, but everyone is very excited as well here. They've only been excited for, it's kind of waning on some people, right? Like this extra excitement, but they think they're getting close. And so they're still humming soon to leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, and at least I kind of get at least I can gauge how intense this preparation is, and like I can get weaponry and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so at least I have some info for Red. And before, and like I think Bowden, it's not the smartest guy. He's got savvy, but like flair wise, like he knows not to push his luck. So after a little bit, he pretends like he like rubs his knee and he's like, "Oh, this damn leg. I need a break. I'll be right back. I'll check on your work. You better do this right." And he just looks at one particularly scared young, deckhand, and makes his leave. Takes his leave.
And Red, what did you get for your savvy roll?
So unfortunately, I only got a 6. So even if I weaseled, 1 point in my thief career, that would only bring it up to a 7.
We have rerolls.
That's true. We do have rerolls. I think all 3 of us, right?
Everybody gets rerolls all around.
Yep. Can I choose to only reroll one of my dice?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because one of the ones I rolled is a 5, but then both of the others were 1s.
Oh,
it can be I mean, oh, you already were rolling 3 dice.
Yeah. That's why I was like,
yeah, you can roll the 2.
Okay.
Just roll a 2.
Fuck yeah. That's a 6 on one of those, baby.
All right.
So that's an 11.
Hey, hydrate.
Okay. Ooh.
Hydrate.
Tequila.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
Tequila. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
See,
I
that's
have water this time. It's like the first time I've had water for hydrating. Okay.
I do have a water.
I know, I never have water for hydrating.
I like never have water. I love like orange juice or like soda or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got an 11. Oh, so at first you see very similarly that there are they're in preparation for a party for tonight. There are ladies getting ready, there are staff preparing food, they're kind of cleaning the place again. You can tell also that there are kind of people out working, but they're not actually working very hard. It seems that whatever is going on, they are distracted enough that they're not really paying attention too much to the plantation. You also notice that one of the rooms in particular is kind of covered up, like the shades are closed. You don't really get a sight into that. You can tell that there's people moving inside, that you see shadows and movement, but there's one particular room that is actually not fully open and in full swing. Perfect. That's gonna be like my phrase for the night, I think.
Hey. Full swing.
It's half swing. This room is quarter swing.
Yeah. It's not a full swing yet. Hey.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Hidden swing.
Jan
that's a Marv.
Like
that's
Marv.
A Marv.
I know. I was like, the story
swing?
is how Marv is like recovering.
The hidden swing is a Marv move.
Marv was on the swing.
I don't want to think about it.
Oh gosh.
I'm just here to play my pirate.
Yeah.
Have some fun.
Yeah, but that
Marv is a character. Just in case you don't know, Marv was a character in our Granny. What was it? Grandma Club.
Okay, time out. I had to recently describe this to Lynn. I was like, yeah, we had a one shot of a game called Grandma Club, which is supposed to be about like English grandmas winning like best baking village or something, and we turned it into swingers in Florida.
And may I remind, the reason that happened is because I was in California presenting at a research conference.
Yes.
So the one time I'm being professional.
Oh man, yeah, we went hard opposite on that one.
Hard.
Oh gosh.
Oh god. All right.
Oh gosh.
All right. Back to
Red will scuttle back down the tree and sneak her way out.
I'm gonna say actually with your 11 as well. Kind of farther off on the other side of the house where you are, you notice a probably like late 20s, early 30s, I think probably similar to your age. There is a darker skinned woman like hiding behind a tree, also kind of scouting out the villa as well. And you spot her. Let me see actually if she spots her.
Does she see me? Do we lock eyes through the windows?
Oh.
Ooh, I actually rolled pretty well.
Now see, I love this. I love that because it's been a while, I feel like, since we've played a game where, or maybe just me, where like the GM rolls a lot. You know what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
So like Jess being like, let me see if she sees you and rolling a die for her that we don't know about is like, oh shit, this is tense. Like, oh no.
Yeah, so she does see you. You both like lock eyes for like a second, and she like, it's like curious. and then kind of like holds your gaze, actually, I think, just to see what you do.
Right. She goes,
she can tell that you
full
spotted
eye
her.
contact. And she just gives her a little smile and then vanishes down the tree.
And she was dressed actually a little she doesn't have like very plain clothes, but she's not in like fancy wear either. She's got like a tunic, she's got like what are they called, like leather leggings or things like
breeches?
that, like
breeches,
yes, yeah. Nice fine boots that are like tied up. She's probably like merchant class, that kind of wear, you know what I mean? Not super fancy, but not like super plain either. Yeah
Competition.
Yeah, and when like you get down in the tree, she is gone. You don't see her as well.
Perfect. Yes.
Jean,
I love this.
After having like talked around town, Jean is looking for Red.
For Red, gotcha.
Yeah. Same with Bowden. Bowden's gonna go back and look for
I presume they had set some sort of meeting point beforehand. Probably like near the inn or something.
For sure. All right, so you guys reconvene after some time.
All right, so who's found what?
I have learned that the cartographer has not arrived yet. He is expected in a few days, but he is not here. There will be a party tonight, which may be our best bet to sneak in and get this map.
Excellent. Bowden?
They are preparing for quite a trip. It does not seem like they know what it is they're going to. They have gear and supplies for different climates. They are armed to the teeth. This is clearly something they are ready to put their entire budget into. It does not seem like I could get much other than they are all in. They are in full swing, if you will, and they are and they are bringing everything they have.
So they're putting everything they got into it, but they ain't telling their people.
I think for the most part, they know this is going to be something big for them, but I don't think they even know what that is.
That's stupid. But anyway, so good news and bad news, but expected bad news. So the good news is I got a pretty good look at the inside of the place. Did a little bit of scouting from the outside, able to see, it's pretty decent hustle and bustle going on in there. Getting ready for for something, clearly the party. And there was one room that looked very sealed. Curtains drawn, couldn't see anything going on. I could hear people just barely moving inside there, but I couldn't see anything beyond it. So I'm gonna presume if that's not our place, it's a hell of a start. But I also happened to make eye contact with a bonny lass across the way who was also hiding in a tree and spying on the house the same as I was. So there's a very good chance that there's at least one other lassie who knows.
Do we think that this is another unaffiliated, perhaps pirates crew, or is this
she was dressed
government?
Pretty plain, but in a way similar to kind of how I dress when I don't have my fancy hat and coat on. So my hunch is to play it on the safe side and say yeah, likely.
All right.
We should move quickly.
We should get into this party.
Exactly. We will get. My thinking would be, we get you in as a guest. Bowden, you wait outside in case anything happens.
That sounds good. Yes.
I will try to get in as a servant.
Maybe I can.
I just think, we ain't leaving anyone outside. We need you.
I'll bring things in the back. Trust me, people always expect me to just be carrying things in. It works every time.
Actually, time out here.
It actually does.
Just from a standpoint of actually, John would be really good at going in as a guest because he was both a courtier and a Don Juan, so he knows parties. But he's like, he's trying to put that behind him. I'm just putting that out to you guys.
Oh no, Red was gonna say something about that.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna look a little suspicious now. The cloth going is kind of, you've got that aura about you. Why don't you just go in as a guest with me? We'll get you all gussied up. Nothing bad.
I do not like to live that way anymore.
Well, you don't have to. You're faking it like the rest of us. You think I know a fucking thing about parties? I know how to crash them.
You would stand out. I will accompany you.
I would. Look at me.
All right, very well. I will go with you. You allow me to do the talking. At some point, you break off from me. Steal the map.
Done.
We will have a symbol of some type. And I will leave once I know that you have acquired the map. You leave out the back with Bowden.
Yeah,
perfect.
that's a good plan.
Perfect.
Yep. So, I'll basically I will secure the exit point.
Yes, that's perfect.
We should the ship isn't far away, right?
Your ship or
our ship, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we can have a small boat like in a cove like we had before, you know what I mean?
It does take a little time to get there, probably like an hour or two.
All right, but enough to
it's not
go
like
back,
far away,
clean up, and then we should return to our ship then.
We're gonna need one thing before we do that. Unless you've got a fancy suit that I'm not aware of, I'm gonna need something. Oh god, I'm probably gonna need a fucking dress, aren't I?
Bowden
have proper attire.
Audibly snickers.
Oh, she punches him in the shoulder. He feels nothing.
But you're right. You need to dress the part. I will go with you.
You know something about dresses?
I know almost everything about dresses.
I'm clipping that shit right now.
Is there like an insight roll?
That is 108.59.
Savvy. I think it's savvy.
I really want Bowden to try.
Go ahead if you would like to.
I think a little bit of Jean Maria.
I think it's opposed. So
I only know him as Jean, but Jean Maria Volante de Cavalcante.
Jean's not particularly trying to hide that. So
I was gonna say
I'll waive the roll. Yeah, just let him roll and see how good he does. Yeah.
I rolled really well. I got an 11 plus savvy 14.
What the fuck?
Bowden spends his life noticing a lot of things and paying attention to a lot of things, but just being perceptive and quiet. And he just like clocks it immediately.
Well, and it's not just this event. Like this is piecing together things. Like he's never called himself brother or father or friar or whatever, right? He's always done this thing. He's always talking about like turning your life around and that he was worse and stuff like that. And he says, like when he says like, actually, I can help here. And he says, I know about dresses. And like Bowden's just going like, this man slept with the wrong person. Like that's all Bowden thinks now. It's like Bowden's just like, this dude, I know people like this guy, you know?
Honor Poet says, wow, my skin recoiled 2 feet from that statement.
Ouch. Poor Jean.
Aw. I was gonna say it's super cheesy, but this is like one of my favorite parts in like TV shows and movies when it's like the dressing change montage.
Oh yeah.
Someone who knows nothing about. I'm going full Mia Thermopolis on this one.
Oh yes, getting her hair done and stuff like that. It's like mirrors open. Yep.
I was actually gonna say, and like when that's all done, so let them explain what they look like after. But then just know, at the very end, Bowden walks in and he's wearing the exact same thing.
Yes.
Actually, so what would happen to make this more like cinematic is I'm going to send Bowden back to the ship, and I'm just going to be like, get this stuff out of my cabin. Perfect. And then I'll be like, come with me to Red, and we will find the proper seamstress here in town.
Or whatever 18 Spanish fashion is.
How fabulous are you going? Do you want to be standout fabulous, or do you want to just be like beautiful blendable?
Yes.
She wants to look presentable, like she fits in.
But not stand
she's
out.
Already gonna stand out because of her hair.
Yes,
and she is a bit tall for a woman.
Yes, that's right.
So as a Don, I'm going to try to ask if I can roll for that. And the way I would think that the fiction would work would be like, John's not going to be like, this is what you should wear. He's just going to let Red like pick something. But the whole time he's going to be like, just like the little, how like there are just like minor things that you do. Where it's like, oh no, you don't do that. You do this, right? Like, you wear this color socks with this, suit or whatever. You don't wear a black leather belt with a suit. You wear a brown leather belt with a blue suit, that sort of thing. But like for a dress, right? So as she's picking things out, he's like, no, this is what you need to do. And this is how you do your hair. And he's giving like pointers while she's doing that. And with your permission, I'll roll and I'll add my.
Yeah, no.
I guess that would be Flair and Don Juan, right?
Yes, roll Flair, add Don, or roll and then add Flair and Don Juan. Yes.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, another 10.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You are looking. You barely recognize yourself. I don't know if you're a farm girl, right? I was like, so this is like your first.
So Jess, so eventually he pick out the stuff and he's like, okay, go put this on. And then he's like, Bowden returns with his stuff and he's like, okay, because they should come out together. And that's how we describe. That's how it happens in a movie, right?
I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Oh, hold on. I got to do a quick Google search.
All right. So while you're searching that, I actually have a question then for what Bowden's doing.
Okay.
Because then again, at the very end of that scene, Bowden's walking in the same shit he was wearing before. But when I go to the ship, when I go to the Lady Saskatoon and I grab stuff for Jean, my thought is just for the sake of in case things get very bad, do you want me to bring back somebody from the ship to wait with the rowboat so it does not get found or tampered with, or they're ready there in case one of us is injured? We have another hand to help us get back to the lady.
I think this is very wise. Yes.
All right. So Bowden's can I give an NPC name?
Yeah, absolutely. Do it.
I went to pirate names, fantasy generators, fantasy name generators, and I got a good one.
You can be the Hellman.
A what?
You can be the Hellman.
Yeah, this is our coxswain. But their name is I actually don't like this first name. Everyone just calls him Two Tooth because he's got two teeth. He's got just two teeth.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what everybody calls it, because every one of these pirate names has nicknames, and I just love Two Tooth.
Two Tooth, love it.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess if he needs a real name, it could be
no, Two Tooth is fine.
Just Two Tooth.
Perfect. Yeah. Salty Bob and Two Tooth.
You know what? And Two Tooth. The thing about Two Tooth is that he's got one of those like whistles when he talks, kind of like prospectory kind of things.
Oh man.
But like,
it's very I'm just thinking of the old man from Family Guy now.
Oh, hey, Sonny.
Hey, Sonny.
I'm not gonna be able to do that, but Two Tooth. Well, man, the little dinghy boat.
Man, my dinghy.
Excited. He is excited and ready to be of service.
Two Tooth.
Two Tooth.
He's got a job. He's very dedicated to you.
Yeah.
He's excited.
All right. So I bring back Two Tooth and let him know that we should be back by the end of the party. I give him my best stern Bowden, and I'm like, do not drink, do not be useless when we come back here. If we need you, Two Tooth, this is a moment to prove yourself.
He just like smiles with his like gap teeth and just like two teeth, and he just like
he just whistles.
He's like one up and one down.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah.
I love Two Tooth.
And he just like gives you a thumbs up and waves you off.
All right. So now the important scene, though. Let's get some.
See, the problem is I could not find anything consistent, so I'm flying off my ass.
I was just gonna say, do you guys know what you look like? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I could go very general, but I have ideas.
I'll go first. I'll give you a little more time.
Yeah.
So
curtain opens. Yeah.
The curtain opens. John walks out, and he's wearing he's got the poofy collar, right, and the poofy sleeves, because you need to have the cravat and the sleeves over a black velvet jacket, and it's got almost like the military styling of like with the buttons, very big buttons, kind of like double breasted, and broke like gold brocade, like gold leaf brocade around the sleeves. And same thing, black tights, really, over his boots. And did he see, this is kind of a side question, did he see like wealthier people walking around town carrying swords?
Actually, probably not in town. There are wealthier people here. More likely their servants are out kind of dealing with stuff, but you probably could tell that there are you would like know enough that there are wealthy people here, but
so
you would see their
then
entourage more.
would it be,
And, like, their
'cause
symbols
this would be
and
going on
Spanish
Spanish custom. He spent
Yeah.
some time in Spain learning how to French. So
among other things.
among other things, exactly, about dresses too. And so he would know, would you go to a soiree like this wearing a sword?
Yes.
Okay. So in that case, he's wearing a really awesome looking rapier.
Yes. Especially, I mean, things are a little bit different, I think, in the new lands, but yes, you would definitely go to something like this with a sword. Oh, Rainier muted. I don't know if that's.
Do you have that on you? Is that what you were carrying, or am I bringing that to you?
Oh no, I have. You just bought me the clothes.
Oh, wait, are you like, this is your sword that you
This
have,
is his sword.
unwrapped?
Yep.
No.
It's in a leather
Okay.
sheath. It's in a very nice leather sheath, but you see it's a very nice dark. You recognize it. Bowden would probably be the one who knows most about this. You recognize like the crosspiece and the basket and the pommel as darkened Damascus steel.
Ooh,
And it's a red velvet wrapped with black leather on the handle.
Yeah, so even just more evidence to Bowden that Jean is
Yeah,
a
you
man
can
on
tell
the run.
he's very comfortable in these clothes, right? He has complete confidence in how he's wearing it.
And he
He's
just
wearing
walks
it
up and just kind
correctly.
of like smooths it out, fixes the cuffs, and fixes his poofy cuffs, and stands and waits.
I will say this though, Bowden. What you may think Bowden's judging him like negatively, but actually Bowden looks at Jean, doesn't trust him still, but he kind of says like, for a man who's on the run and turning things around, like he doesn't seem like a total piece of crap. You know what I mean? Like he kind of like looks at Jean and just there's a level of respect to it where he's just like, this man could have done things very different, and this is the way he's going. So like maybe there's more to him than Bowden gives one of those.
And I think Jean probably catches you like particularly looking at the sword, and is just kind of like not too comfortable that you're looking at it.
Sure.
And he's just like, I relic of my wilder days.
We all had them.
Yes.
Meanwhile, Red, who was in her wild days.
I also
Yeah,
can't imagine
perfect
Bowden's
cue, right?
wild days.
That's a.
He's got a
perfect
wooden
right?
leg,
Like,
so I mean, he had wild days. Something
That's
happened.
true.
Literally,
That's
so
true.
it's as though we all had them.
We've all
You
had 'em,
just-
and then-
you just hear, am I wearing this right? And she steps out and her hair is in this like half updo, but it still falls long over her shoulder. And she's got this long sleeve floor length gown that's blue, kind of like a little bit of puff sleeve with like thinner along the arms. It's got kind of like a gold underskirt to it. And she's got just a very simple little like false sapphire pendant that just falls right here. I am going to give a big shout out to Google leading me to apparently there was a drama called The Spanish Princess, and they just found a whole article. I was like, this is the wrong time period, but I don't care. This is perfect. Because I am shameless.
The whole time you were describing that, I just imagined like a late 90s like
Very nice.
teen movie soundtrack, but it's instead played with like a string quartet, like it would be played during this time period, right? So it's just like we get like the
It's like what they did for Rain.
but it's like wow, it's just the
And
string
it's this
quartet.
like it's this beautiful cinematic pan up from like the bottom up, and then Red's just looking like very awkward, just like, is this right?
That picture actually perfectly encapsulates like I would feel awkward. You know what I mean? Like you could see someone feeling awkward in that very
the
obviously.
picture and everything gives it the right
Perfect.
energy.
Perfect.
She's just standing there like.
So John is just like, excellent. And he walks over and he's just like, stand like you know how to stand this way. And he's just like, listen, like, no, and he like puts his hand on his back and he just kind of pushes. It's like, you straight in here and you put your hands here. And now you look like a young lady.
lady.
I mean, the
Bowden
young lady
laughs again.
who would be invited to a soiree such as the
She
one we are going
just
to.
punches Bowden in the shoulder and she's like, I need to not do that tonight, don't I? Oh god.
All right, now as we practiced, and he like gives you his arm.
She tries her best.
And
It's just like straight face.
then we just walk to the party.
All right.
And she just looks at Bowden just really quietly goes, wish me luck, buddy.
Do not make a scene, please. And he just like he grabs anything off of the ground and just starts walking around the back.
And Jean is just like, you will be fine. All things are possible with faith.
Right. Faith.
Mm.
Unfortunately for you, my name's Red.
He actually laughs at that. That's good. That's good.
Jean and Red, make me flair or a daring roll to kind of enter this party and kind of blend in seamlessly. Bowden, I don't actually really know what to roll for you. Whichever you think might apply.
Yeah, honestly, part of me wants this to be hard for Bowden because like he thinks like I can just carry anything in, but I don't
It's
think that
worked
this
a lot in the past.
It has, but I think that
Potato man.
I imagine a party like this, if there's going to be rich people there, if it's going to be catering to the relatively more like wealthy.
I mean, you'd be surprised, like out here in the middle of nowhere in the back, if you do start just like lifting boxes, you'd be surprised. It's not too hard.
So can I roll? You know what? I don't think this is going to be savvy because I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what to bring things. You know what I mean? Like, like it'd be one thing if I knew bring this here or whatever. So I'm just going to roll flat and say it's daring because it's me trying to blend in like that, you know?
Okay.
And I got a 7, so I fail.
Okay. Jean and Red, what did you guys get?
I rolled a 13 with my savvy. With my flair, rather. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I'm using flair, I got a 12. If I'm using daring, I got a 13.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, dang.
I rolled a 5 and a 6.
I'll figure my stuff out, guys. Don't worry. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, so we'll start with Red and Jean. So you guys, it's not too hard. People are kind of the doors are open. There are people kind of waiting to take coats and things like that, and kind of offer you kind of a general tour or just snacks or water and things like that. It's very easy to get inside. You can tell that there.
I'm sorry, Jess.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, as we're walking there, Jean is just like, I will do my best to cause a distraction. I will, if anybody asks, I am Jean Maria Volante de Cavalcante, and you are my companion, Regina.
Whoa, boy.
I will remember as much of that as I can.
You just remember your Regina, they will know who I am.
Well, unfortunately, I remember my birth name.
Jeez.
There may be some trouble.
What goes wrong on my end.
If there is, try to get the map and escape. If anything is to happen to me, make sure the Englishman stays true to his promise.
Will do. But don't you worry too much about that. And she like pats her hip a little. You could just faintly hear the clink of her sword.
Nice.
Because she cut a very small slit into her dress where normally a pocket would be. Like, you know, the pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's her sword belt.
I'm thinking of the TikTok that was sent to our D&D group with how many swords can you hide under a dress? I think it was Mandy.
I sent that.
Yeah, oh, that was you. All right. Either way.
I sent that. Yeah.
It was totally
I
a Mandy.
Seen it yet.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
you
I'll
have
send
to
it
share
to
it.
you.
Yes,
I'll
I would
send
love
it.
to see that.
So good.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I don't know if you want to stick with them for a little bit or.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with them just for a little bit first.
Go for it.
So Red and Jean, you guys walk in without any problems. There's lots of people here. There's the party is going on. People are talking. There's even music here. It's very fancy. Jean, you are immediately comfortable as soon as you walk in. Like, not only is this a Spanish style house, it's decorated in a very Spanish style. You're kind of your old self again. It is a very familiar old feeling, for better or for worse, however you want to take that.
Yeah, he kind of rolls right into that role. So you read, you know, not having known this guy very much, like instantly changes from what you've seen him, and is like very good manners, is like kissing ladies' hands, joking around with the men, knows the food, and is kind of just directing like, oh no, you don't take, you only take one of those, and this is where you put your glass down, and like all like the kind of like this little sorts of protocol things you would know if you moved in these circles to make it look like you belong here.
She's just like
confused on my ship
and surprised.
You, Red, carry yourself very well, surprisingly. You do stick out with your red hair, and you both are kind of new, so people do take notice. They come over to talk to you. You guys blend in very well. There are mostly military people here, lots of people from the Spanish Navy. You guys do happen to pass by a beautiful French painting done by a Robert Davenport, signed in this house.
An original Davenport.
Yes.
Original Davenport.
As you are talking to people and you are scanning the room, you happen to spot that young woman again. She is here with, she is flanked on either side by another young woman and a strong kind of built young man behind her. And you can tell from the way that they move that they know each other and have been traveling together, or they just know each other very well. From the way that they move, they kind of move seamlessly, like they've been together for a very long time. Yes, and we will come back to you. Bowden,
yeah.
You come around to the back and you're like, oh, there are boxes, there are servants kind of moving in and out, there's things being done. You go to pick up a box and you like walk in, but like you walk into the wrong door or something.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
This might complicate things for Red and Jean as well.
It.
But I think what happens is Bowden walks in and just goes like, all right, where do you want it? And he looks and everyone looks at him and they just look at him very, and they go, okay. And they all speak Spanish and he doesn't speak Spanish and he has no idea how to communicate with these people. And he's just like, you know, and now all of a sudden he's just like, merda.
Panic. Oh.
Yeah. He just goes, he's trying to like, he's racking his brain so hard thinking of like, how do I say like one word in Spanish? And he's got nothing because he's an idiot.
No.
So
4K.
So I think he just like casually, slowly just starts like walking over to where other boxes are, and it's just like,
yeah, they are like watching you like a hawk now.
Yep, and then just kind of like go back outside, grab something, peek in the corner, come back around.
You can see them. They're like, as soon as you like walk out the door, you can hear just like a flurry of like language going on, right? And they're just like, they're just like, and when you peek inside, they're like pointing in that direction and they're like looking confused and they're like talking a lot. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. And so I think that what I do is I put that box down. I don't go back in that door, and I'm just going to take a stroll around to see if there's any other entrances that aren't the main entrance where I'd be super obviously noticed. And then just maybe, just take a peek in from the outside. If people are walking around on the outside, depending on what they're doing, you know what I mean? Like try and stay away from people, but try and come up with a backup plan.
There's kind of only really, so there are other probably entrances that aren't open, right? There's really just like the back entrance where the servants are kind of moving in and out. That is open, and like the main entrance where guests are kind of coming in or moseying out if they would like to, but probably not this early. But as you take a look around, are you hiding at all? Are you just walking?
No, I'm definitely not hiding because I know I'm not good at that. I'm a man with a peg leg. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know,
just
if
like
anybody
walking around this premises.
So just casually walking. I don't look anywhere near as nice as anyone here. Do you want me to roll daring or anything?
You can either roll daring or savvy. Daring is if you are trying to get inside, and savvy is if you're just trying to notice anything.
I'm looking around for other options. I'm going to roll savvy.
Okay.
I feel bad just using my best stat all the time, but I got there with a 9 exactly.
Ooh, okay. You are just kind of looking around, you're like hobbling around, and you happen to come across a window that is cracked open to let kind of air and breeze through. This appears to be just like a reading room. It's mostly empty. You see like occasionally people come in, kind of peruse the books and kind of leave and to return to the party, but it is a mostly empty reading room at this time.
Okay.
On the bottom floor.
Well, Bowden, being just thinking ahead, is going to like find something to like make sure that that window can't be closed fully. Like he's gonna like not maybe prop it up, but like stick something in there that even if someone comes and tries to close this, it's probably not gonna latch. So that's an option for him. He's not gonna try and climb in a window into a library. But so at the very least, I mean, he knows he's got some time. It's not gonna be 5-10 minutes of Jean and Red doing this. So he's just he's making notes of places, and I think now he's more of a mobile scout than a plant in the kitchens or whatever.
Gotcha.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Jean and Red, you guys both rolled really high on your flair. You are making lots of friends. People are very excited. They will pretty much talk to you about anything related to the expedition. They are super excited. They know that there's tons of gold involved. They know that there's like a super high priced map that they're waiting for the cartographer to get here.
There's like talk about this going on?
Yes. They talk about like, they tell stories of their old military exploits and things like that. You know, they can tell Jean that you are perhaps from Spain and things like that. Is there anything you want to talk to people, or what would you like to do now? Oh, actually, yes. What would you like to do?
So yeah, Jean also is able to easily converse in Spanish with them.
Nice.
So yeah, so he does a little Spanish, but not enough to make Red feel left out. But just enough to be like, yo, I speak your language too.
Just be like, yo, my man's.
Yo.
I think John. What do you think, Sarah? I think I can probably pump the room for information. If we can somehow separate you, because I think the map is in the room that's closed, right?
Yeah, no, and Red's definitely thinking the same thing. Yeah.
I was gonna say too, Jean, like once you do start talking to them in Spanish, they just switch to Spanish. They just like talk to you in Spanish.
So in that case, Jean's gonna make it easy, and he's just gonna be at some point. He's just gonna be like, we've spoke Spanish a little bit. We're talking about stuff, probably military stuff, and also John's got them like kind of joking and laughing because he was a courtier for a while, so he's good with people. And then he just he goes and he looks at Regina and he goes, "My darling, I must apologize. We are speaking a language you do not speak. Perhaps you should go powder your nose while the men speak of things."
One thing before you kind of send Red off, as you're kind of talking and looking around, very comfortable, making friends, people are laughing at your jokes. They love you. They love both of you. They're quite taken by both of you. As you're kind of looking around, you start to get this like sinking feeling, Jean, like something start to look familiar, right? At first you were just like, this is Spanish decor, right? Like I'm used to Spanish decor. I'm used to home styled like this. This reminds me of like my days then. But some things are a little too familiar. And as you're kind of moseying around, talking to people, moving throughout the house, you do come across a portrait, and it's a large portrait that appears to be the family of the house. And you recognize them.
Oh, shit.
Quite instantly. Yes.
Oh, these are the people.
Yes. Count Adian and Contessa Amalia.
Amalia.
Yes. And I don't know what feeling kind of fills you when you see this portrait, but you see this portrait.
He looks around right away and is like, fuckity, fuck. He doesn't say that, but Red, if you're with him, he sees, if you were with him at that moment, he's just like,
the one sweat drip.
Yeah, just and he's just like, we'll have to be very quick here.
And she keeping her cool in the back of her head. She's like, this motherfucker's gonna get it later when we get back to the ship. I'm gonna fucking knock his lobs off. And she keeps a cool face. And she kind of gives a little, the little curtsy as best she can, and she'll stop and ask a servant for the direction to the powder room.
As soon as you break away, the young woman you saw before,
Yes.
she's dressed pretty much the same, kind of crosses your path, and she's like, "You're not from around here. I think I would have heard about someone with hair such as yours. Interesting seeing you earlier."
I should say the same to you, friend.
I'm not quite from around here either.
I had a feeling.
So she's like trying to suss you out. She's like, "So where are you from?"
Oh, I mean, figured the accent would give it away immediately. No, I'm from Scotland. I do a fair bit of traveling with my friend. Just going from place to place. I've always wanted to, get out and see the world and all that. And he knows obviously much more about parties and socializing than I do.
There's a lot of the world to see.
Of
A
course.
lot. It's hard to do in one lifetime or another. What
why
made
we've
you
got
come
to-
here in particular?
I heard of all the hubbub because of these beautiful ships and all these people throwing all these parties, talking about some expedition. I mean, honestly, it's always good to hear about some exciting stories,
Oh, yes. I mean, excuse me, my name is Mallory. It is nice to meet you. I'm here for that as well. I'm the cartographer that they have hired on.
Oh, excellent.
I travel quite a bit as well, drawing maps and things of that of the world.
That's amazing. You must have seen incredible places so far.
Yeah, I've seen it all, really. Almost everything. The new world, the old world.
It's
Never gets
fantastic.
tiring.
No, I can imagine it shouldn't.
So where do you hope to go next?
Well, I haven't decided yet. I think I'll enjoy my time around here for some time. I mean, this party is lovely. I haven't
Yes.
spent much time in Spain, so I, quite like to explore the area more.
Oh, the main country is much better than this. If you go north, though, the woods and the forest there, they're beautiful.
I'll add it to my list. That sounds fantastic.
Well, it was nice to meet you.
You as well.
And she goes off, but she's still kind of like, you can tell she's not paying attention to you, but also paying attention to you.
Oh, yeah,
at the
no,
same
we're
time.
just like, all right. But she does, head towards that powder room to make it look like she's actually going.
Yeah. It is not hard. You ask the servants, they direct you to the powder room.
Yes, and then we'll try and
Maneuver.
get lost.
Okay. So you are trying to find the secret room. Gian,
Yes.
what are you doing?
I'm trying to keep people entertained, but now that I know where I am, I'm trying to do it in such a way that like I'm facing a corner or something, so it's just like my back, so like nobody like wanders in and sees my face who shouldn't see it. Just kind of like oh shit, like, and like also kind of like looking over his shoulder, and like making sure he doesn't see a too familiar face.
Okay, why don't you make me a daring roll to hide?
Okay.
Red. Ooh.
Oh shit.
You should share with.
I will. No, I will message you. Yeah.
Ooh.
What?
I'm actually gonna use my reroll.
Okay, nice. Red, also make me a daring roll as well.
You got it.
I think it won't be hard to
Yes,
find
thank
the
you,
place,
Jesus.
but it still looks
Double six?
unsuspicious.
Double six.
Oh
Nice.
shit!
I got an 11.
Oh,
I
no.
don't think my camera's far enough to show you, but I'm very excited.
I don't even know what kind of advantage would get rolled for this. Huh. Okay. We'll get back to you on that. And Boded, is there anything in particular you want to be doing
So-
as your...
At any point, did I see into a window into the room that they were in, like the main?
Oh yeah, that's not hard at
Drawing room,
all
okay.
as you're like walking around. You can see the party. You can easily spot Red with her hair.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
did
You know
spot
it's a zombie.
Jean, but then Jean kind of
Yeah.
vanished.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, no, as long as like I have eyes on them and I know that like where they're at, so like I don't think I need to be somewhere else kind of thing. So I know the one place, I know this other thing. I think Bowden knows better than to go in and try and do anything, especially with the Spanish issue that he had earlier. So come back to me. I got an idea, but I want to think about this for a
That's
second.
totally fine.
So I rolled an 11.
Okay. So you are able to maneuver yourself quite well between people. You kind of talk to the right people. You maneuver yourself to a corner.
And then like if someone if he hears a familiar voice, or he might just like take his like whip his like handkerchief out and be like, oh, excuse me, and just like cough to make sure he covers his face, just stuff like that to just make sure he's like, yeah.
Yep.
And in the meantime, he's, where has that woman gone?
And you do spot the Count, Adion. He kind of enters the room. He is quite distracted, however, so you do still remain hidden, but you do, he's the man of the hour. He gets announced. He kind of comes in, he shakes hands with people. Thanks everyone for coming here. He makes this grand speech of thank you so much. We're so excited. Our cartographer has landed today. And he points out Mallory over to the corner, and she and her team are going to be making copies of the map, and we shall head out in a day's time. Thank you all so much. This will be our last party, so enjoy it well. And he begins kind of just talking to people and mingling about. So you are,
if he's mingling, I'm gonna make sure where he is.
now.
I'm gonna like mingle, like if he's like going clockwise around the room, I'm gonna stay like a couple degrees ahead of him so he never quite gets to me. Yeah.
You begin to do that dance and you do it quite well.
The awkward avoidance dance.
Yeah.
What
question. Yeah, no. So question, because that's part of it. When I saw Red, because easily,
Yes.
visible and all that, did I see her talking to Mallory?
I
Would I have seen her
yeah.
interacting with anybody other than Jean? Okay, in that case,
yes, she would have probably talked to other people, but Mallory in particular sought her out, and you saw that. Yes,
Mallory's the one person you would notice she talked to one-on-one. Also, we little hydrate and chat for Ray and stuff.
Yeah.
And Ray and stuff throwing us some more rerolls all around.
Thank
Cheers,
you,
mate.
Ray. So yeah, in that case, I think that if I've done like a full perimeter sweep, basically, I would like to go back to that library window.
Okay.
Stand kind of near it, keep my ears open to if anybody's coming in there. Like you said, people were perusing books and stuff, but if this happens to also just end up being like the drafting room for the cartographer or anyone interesting, like this is a place that at first it was Bowden thinking, well, if I need to get in or I need to get them out, there's a window.
I will
but
say
then
that the locked hidden room is upstairs.
Right. Okay,
but,
so like
yes,
that,
but this is the library, right?
Yeah. So well, that's another reason this works even better then, because if people want to step away and talk in private, that isn't like, and they're not the people who can go into that locked room, this might be the place they go. So for the moment, I'm just going to be listening in here, I guess, and do that. So can I roll? Because I didn't roll. I rolled a savvy to find that. Can I roll another savvy to like?
I was just going to say, make me another savvy roll to learn information.
I also got double sixes.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh shit!
Yeah, one
on each. Okay.
Yeah.
And are those on your full moon dice?
My full moon dice.
I will say to you, we are not sponsored. We just love them and they're local.
Full moon dice. Check them out. She's been making some really, really cool sets lately. I don't know if you guys have seen. Yeah. There's like this really awesome swamp set with like moss in it and stuff. It's really cool.
That is the set that I have that they made. It has moss and lichen.
Yeah, she did like another thing with she's making.
No, their work is fantastic.
Anyway, double sixes. So that's a mighty success.
Okay. Shit. I will come back to you, Bowden. I'm gonna go back to Red.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't expect that. So
okay. So Red, you also rolled a mighty success. You have no problems at all. You kind of slip upstairs, you go unnoticed. Like the servants kind of come around, you just kind of duck into corners, wait a little bit, you come back out. You are a thief, you have done this a lot. You do also catch the Duchess kind of moving into her room, kind of getting ready, moving out of her room, moving about upstairs. But you go directly, you know exactly what room it is based off of the maneuvering and things like that. And you go directly and you open the door to
it's open.
Appears to be. You open it.
Right. Yeah.
You go right inside and there are two women there. There is an older, they look both very surprised to see the door open, first of all. But there is like an older woman with like very, very grayed dark hair, kind of very peppery gray hair. She's kind of hunched over with this like heavy, dirty cloak. And there is a young woman with like jet black hair, also a little very, very fair skin, and they both look very surprised, and you can tell that they are both like chained to like the desk.
Oh geez.
I'm
Hello?
sorry. And she just, are you all right?
No.
And Red just closes the door behind her
Oh.
and locks it.
Oh.
Can she lock?
Yes, you can. You can. Yes,
Okay.
yes, you can. You can lock it. You're not. You don't look Spanish at all.
No, I'm very not. But I can get you out of those if you'd like to just like not be chained to a desk. Like I don't know what's going on there.
Oh, yes, please, if you wouldn't mind, that would be great. My grandmother here is very, very old. She really shouldn't be in a state like this. I've been through worse. I'm fine. I've been through tons in my day. I can handle a little bit of chain work. It's fine.
Somewhere outside, Bowden's heart flutters. Oh.
She's very, very old. She's very old. She's like hunched over. She is like probably easily in like her 80s, maybe 90s. Like she's very old. She's so old for like this time period in particular. Like she's got very wrinkly, like wrinkles around the eyes. Her hands are very like thin and wrinkled, a little bit spotted. She's got like sun work on her though. So she's been like out in the sun and working and stuff.
Red will start looking around for keys, but also she's gonna look for the map.
Okay, make me a savvy roll. Bowden.
Yeah.
Gosh, okay, you're just like, all right, this is my post now. You like hunker down, you like stay by the window. You kind of keep an eye on. At first, it's pretty boring. You hear some like scandalous gossip of like this person's wife is cheating with like this other captain or like sergeant or whatever. Yeah. It's kind of boring stuff. Then you like hear discussions about like how the food used to be so good like 3 days ago, but now 2 days later, it's like a little bit subpar and like they're kind of losing it a little bit. But then eventually, Mallory and her 2 crew end up in that room.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. All right, perfect. Yeah. Yep. So
she ends up there and you can clearly tell that she is like the one in charge. Like she kind of sits the other 2 down and she's like, all right, these people are idiots.
Oh man, I want so hard for Bowden to stifle a laugh there.
She's like, this is going to be easy. I know they're in their house. I know they're upstairs. It's a matter of just slipping out and getting away. Gail, you're an excellent distractor. Perhaps create a distraction or something like that. Carter, you and I, we either get upstairs or we take everything down.
Fuck. Bowden is not the person you want to have to intervene here or okay.
She's like, you all know how important this is. We cannot mess this up again. This is kind of our last chance. Are you all good?
Oh man,
they don't really say anything the whole time. They kind of just look very serious and they just like give her a short nod. And then they kind of just leave the room quietly. You are surprised at how quiet they move. Like you wouldn't have even known they got in there other than they like started talking.
Yep. All right. So, oh man, I'm tempted. So like with this information, Bowden knows he needs to do one of 2 things, preferably both if possible, but he's not sure with his leg. He needs to be on the lookout for them leaving stealthily somewhere. And he's kind of noted all the places of exit.
Yeah.
But also like he needs to somehow signal Red or Jean like they're making a move. You know what I mean? Like obviously we knew we weren't going to be the only people doing this, but they're making their move right now. So how desperate does Bowden feel? Oof.
Dude,
How
go all out.
obsessed
It's a
is he?
swashbuckling game, man. Go for it.
But also, how obsessed is he with?
Yeah, I'm not letting somebody beat me. Exactly. I'm not letting somebody beat me to what I need to go to. So you know what? So he knows he's not going in the front door. So what he's doing is he's going back around to the servant place, thinking enough time has passed at this point. And he's going to walk in with another box and just keep walking in.
They're not gonna let you in this time.
Okay, that's fair.
You got a 7 last time.
Yeah,
They're
fair.
like on the lookout about for this crazy dude with a peg leg bringing in boxes.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. So in that case, when he notices that, when he's like, he comes back and he goes,
Someone's like, "Hey,
and then
you!"
C, and then I just go fuck, and I just kind of like hobble off again.
Are you going back out or are you going in?
Well, I guess, is this going to turn into fights? I don't want
This might. You decide.
You know what? No,
Red.
I like it. You know
Okay.
what? Bowden goes, nah, fuck it, and he just kind of throws the box at the guy, and he's just like, yeah, and he just starts like bowling his way in,
Nice.
using his big kind of just like burly, muscly.
That
body
would
to-
be a might roll.
Okay.
Red. What you have rolled a savvy, right? To kind of look around.
Yes, I have no bonus to savvy, but I rolled a 5 and a 4, so I just got a 9.
Oh, perfect.
Note that I'm using my reroll because that was a 2 and a 1. So
this room I didn't really describe. This is like a big office. You can tell like now that you're kind of moving around that they were like chained to the desk, but also underneath, like they're looped into the chain, and there's just a very, very heavy weight kind of dragging them. We're not dragging them down, but just so they can't run, that they are attached to. This is an office. It's lined with books. There are different like nautical things, right? There's like maps of this is not accurate maps. So there's maps of like the old world and the new world and things like that, telescopes and stuff like that. You don't spot a map and you don't spot any keys. And the girl is just, what are you looking for something? I lost her voice.
Well, I didn't know it. Unless Seven Hells locked you up like that. I was trying to see if there were keys around.
Oh, the keys are held with the count and his like first commander. They come around from time to time.
Why do they lock you up?
Oh, they don't want us to run. The old lady is like, sons of bitches. Like,
I love her.
Wait,
like, those suckers think that I can run. What are they thinking? An old lady like me? If they knew the things that I could do.
Who are you? Why do they think?
Oh, I suppose we're very important people, and to some or to most and things like that. My grandmother is really not me. I'm just here to make sure she stays calm, really. So they've kept me along. But my grandmother is very, very, very important. She's very important to the expedition they're going to lead. So they've kept us here, really. They've been all right, I guess. They've fed us and all. But we would really rather be going. So if you're not with them, if you could just let us go, we'll leave. And we won't bother you at all.
What? Wait, hold on. What do you know about the expedition? She looks at the grandmother.
Hi, we're going on an adventure. she's like, I'm going back home.
What do you mean back home?
That's where we're going, the expedition. It's to my home. It's been a long time since I've been there, but...
How would you like to go back to your home on a much smaller scale? A much more tightly knit crew with a lot less pricks that'll keep you locked up like that. Me and my friends are looking to make that way ourselves, but we're not looking to lock people up or anything like that. I'll get you out of here. You come with me.
She eyes you very, very keenly, very expertly, and she kind of looks you over. She's like, this travel isn't a safe one. It's not for the light of heart.
Well, I'm aware, ma'am. I've got a reason for going. My whole crew does.
How big is your crew?
How big is my crew, Jess?
Oh shit, how big is your crew? It's probably pretty small. It's probably only like 12, 15. I don't know how many people it takes to man a ship, but probably like 12, 15 people.
Yeah. 8 on, 4 sleeping at any given time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like rotating.
Including myself and Mom, there's 12 of us.
They're all strong like you?
For the most part, you should see my carpenter. Biggest muscles this side of Scotland.
They all got red hair like you?
No, ma'am, that's just me.
Oh, that's a shame. You've got pretty hair.
Thank you. I mean, a couple of them are bald. They might have had red hair. Oh, I'm sorry. And she digs into her actual pocket on the other side and pulls out a lockpicking kit.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
She just
full of surprises, honey.
Listen, a girl's always got to be prepared. They don't put long pockets in these things for nothing but, powder in your nose and shit. Here, let me try and get...
The other girl is just like, Grandma, that's a stick. She's like, I don't know what she's going to do with it.
Listen, if I don't have to talk to the count to get these things off of you ladies, I'm not gonna have to do it. I look great, but I don't know a gosh darn thing about that shit.
And the young woman just kind of turns to her grandmother. She's like, Grandmother, are you sure? And she's like, hi, if they're all like this one, we'll make it there. I've got a feeling. She's like, yeah, get me out of here and I'll take you there.
And I don't know what I need to roll for a lockpick kit.
Oh gosh, I think you just get it. You have thievery, right?
Yeah, I have 1 level in thief.
Yeah, you're fine. You just kind of pick these.
Yep, she'll take care of both. Try and keep the chains quiet when she's moving them back.
Yep. You can tell that they've been here for a little bit just from the marks on their arms. They're not terribly bad. You can tell that they've gotten like a little bit of help and care for them, but they've been here for a while. Yeah, not the most comfortable.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you get some food and water in ya and try and
thank you. So nice.
Put some more on your bones. Yeah.
Really, very, very kind.
Yeah, no one deserves to be held up like no. All right. Gosh. Is there another way out of here besides the front door?
She was literally just going to ask you that. She was just going to be like, do you know of a way out of here then?
Q2 Bowden punching some cooks.
Q2 Bowden. Bowden, what did you get for your might score?
I had to use my reroll, but then I did get a 9. So
okay.
I just got there.
You just like throw the box, you like knock 4 or 5 of the help over. You do manage to get past them and you're running. Like,
I do. Yeah, I just want to. I want to narrate a little bit where I kind of like shove a box into somebody, like push them forward. They take down somebody else. Somebody else comes to me. I just like punch them in the gut, and then I step on someone's foot really hard with my peg leg, and you watch them go, and like their foot just oh god, and then like he just pushes them over, and he's just like, yeah, and he goes like, sorry in Spanish, and he just.
Oh no!
Fucking clipping that shit.
And he just keeps walking in, and he just listened to. He doesn't know their names. He knows Gail and Carter's names. He doesn't know Mallory's name.
Oh, that's
so
true.
He knows that there are people that are about to make a scene. So he's really hoping and banking that if he's the scene, it messes with their scene, or if they're making a scene, it's less of a deal with his scene. So he's just like, now's the time to be bold. Gotta go. And so I just have a question. What room do I barge into? Am I barging into where Jean is, or am I barging into?
I think so. Like if you're just going through the back entrance to the kitchen, barging into the room, you are barging into a room full of fancy people.
Yeah.
And John, you hear a bunch of commotion. People kind of pause and like it starts to quiet down, and they kind of just turn, and then the doors burst open, and you see Bowden.
Oh shit!
I'm just like. And I look around. I'm going to look at where's the count. That's the first thing on my mind.
So you've been kind of circling with the count. So he is kind of opposite to you in the room. Maybe we'll roll just like a check. Okay, so you are closer to Bowden, and he is kind of farther away. on the other side of the room, kind of looking now towards Bowden, not looking so happy.
He sees Bowden. Okay. Fuck.
Oh yeah, everyone sees Bowden.
Yeah. But I don't want to I don't know if I want to make eye contact. I want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to. If I want to involve myself in this because then everyone's going to see me too. I'm just going to look at Bowden, and I'm going to. Do I make eye contact with Bowden?
I mean, I would definitely look at you. You know what I mean? Like,
Bowden, I'm going to be. I'm just going to.
Listen, what's a pirate flick without some sensual, important moment eye contact?
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, and the eye contact from both of them is both like you get desperation, like get ready to move, fancy man, like from Bowden, and then Jean is just like, oh fuck, what do your eyes communicate? Like,
yeah, his eyes are like what the fuck are you doing here? And he's trying to come up with a way to not involve himself in this, but I don't know that he can.
I think Bowden, if it's stunned silence and he knows he's just about to get
there's a frozen moment where all of you are just frozen.
Yeah, and if he thinks in his mind he goes, well, the only logical thing here is that I get jumped and thrown out the back right now, or worse, right? So what he's going to do is he's just going to say I saw someone sneaking in upstairs window, and he's just like, I don't speak Spanish. He's like, upstairs there are people.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That gets the count and all half of all of the military people, but half of them, the ones who know in particular.
Yeah, that's my distraction, is I'm just like, shit's going down.
And Mal, oh god, okay, everyone, pretty much everyone, is just caught attention.
Now's the time to cut some ropes and swing from some chandeliers, Red.
Yep.
Well, shit.
With a grandma?
Why don't
Throw her into my arms.
Why don't we roll initiative?
I'm gentle.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're not doing. I don't know if we're doing combat or not, but let's roll initiative.
How do I do this?
So you roll 1d6 and you add your savvy.
Oh no, I'm not very savvy.
Oh, of course I rolled.
Oh no, I got a. But that actually makes sense. I rolled a 1, so.
Yeah, where I'm going to end up is going to make sense too, because I kind of initiated this. I'm not going to be making the first move.
Jean is trying to like decide what to do, and he's got a lot of things going on, so it makes sense that he rolled a 1 actually.
Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, this is everyone at once.
All right. Let me know when you want.
Yeah, hold on. So this is the count is phase.
Oh, there's a lot of players in this.
5.
Oh god, yeah.
Sorry, guys. Bowden panicked. He's not.
No,
that's
it's fine.
Fair.
This is not his.
It's totally fine.
This is not his forte. So you'll get profuse apologies from him later. But he just wanted to get you guys out, and he didn't want to lose this opportunity. This is his obsession, and I have the seeking. Actually, Jess, may I ask? Because I made this decision based on my seeking, boon.
Ooh, yeah, you would get.
And it is causing issues and drama. Do I get a fortune point?
Yes, you get a fortune point. Yes.
How does that work?
I forgot about fortune.
You should have a fortune point tally somewhere. I think you guys have 4. No, actually, it's not. It should be
3.
a different number per person.
I have 3, so I go up to 4, and that doesn't get me advancement, right? That's different.
Does not get you advantaged, correct?
Okay.
But you can spend fortune points to up your rolls. You can spend a fortune point to add a dice. You can spend a fortune point to, even after you've made the roll, kind of.
You add what you add plus. You can add plus 1 afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, or as much as you want. So if you spend 2 fortune points, you can add 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that you can even actually, you can always improve, to a 12 with fortune points too, even if it's not a natural 12 or something. Like I saw something like that, but. Anyway, yeah, I'll have to look into how I can use it, but anyway.
I think that I could be wrong. I'll have to look again. If you can spend a fortune point to recover an advantage, you might be able to.
Oh, okay.
In the rule book,
for sure, composure.
Page 15 and 16 have information on ways to spend fortune points. So. Yeah, you can make the dice kinder to avoid something unpleasant for dramatic license. But yeah, bottom of page 15, top of page 16, it has all of that information.
Yeah, so it does say you can use it for an extra die, use it for +1 to your roll.
Yep.
You can, and if you change the the result of your roll to a 12, it becomes a mighty success, which is cool.
Yes.
You don't have to roll 2 6s, but if you roll an 11 and you're like, I have a fortune point, I need to make this big, you can do that. And then improve your position by 1 increment during a chase scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's the positive stuff. But then there's obviously a bunch of other stuff too for negating negatives. So
yeah.
Cool.
Gian, what is everyone's initiative?
5.
2.
1.
5, 2, 1. Okay, great. I love how I did not write these in order.
Just now here come a bunch of arrows that just
Yeah, right.
Little squiggly chart.
Red was 2, Gian was 1.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, Red, you first hear a loud kind of banging downstairs, and then you hear like doors open in the hallway, and you have what is? Oh, I can't do a Spanish accent. What is going on? What is going on? And there is like a proper fair woman's voice coming from the hallway. That is her turn. Mal's turn. Mal just heard what you said. She makes eye contact with her people, and they're going to try and quietly disperse very
abort.
quickly.
Oh, they're not okay.
They're going to just no, they're not aborting. They're
sneaking.
Pulling an audible.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
You see them kind of split really quickly. Mal is headed for like the stairs, and the other two have like split really quickly in all different directions.
Okay.
Bowden.
I'm up.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, I don't want to just come out swinging. But
Mal is headed kind of in your direction around you and like past you. Like she's not behind you, but she's headed towards your direction to get to the stairs in the hallway.
I'm going to try and cut off Mallory.
Oh God.
That's what I want
Okay.
to do. And actually, you know what? I'll use one of my maneuvers. I'm going to grapple her. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab her. I'm going to grab her by the arm.
Shit.
And then that way
Oh.
she can't, that's one of the maneuvers I took.
I'm gonna
Correct.
grab a drink. I'll be right back.
And it
Okay.
is a minor action. So like, is it like movement minor to get to her and minor to grab her?
Correct. It is minor. So you can, if you would like, you can split your minor action into 2 minor actions, and that will be a -2 to each. If you don't want to do that, it would be, actually, it wouldn't be a minor action to move. It would just be a minor action to grapple. You would still have your major action.
Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with a major action. I'm not going to choke
Fine.
her here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the minor action without a penalty.
Okay.
So I roll might plus brawl versus her might.
Gotcha.
So this is it 2d6 plus might plus brawl or 1d6?
Correct. It is 2d6 plus might plus brawl. Yeah. So to let people know,
Yeah, explain combat a little.
2d6, and during each round, so it's initiatives that are very similar to D&D. It's 1d6 plus your savvy, and then it goes in order, and they're called phases, from highest to lowest. And then during your turn, you have a major action, a minor action, or a stunt. So a stunt
Mhm.
takes up your entire turn if you were to perform a stunt. During one turn, if you don't do a stunt, you can have a major action and a minor action. You also have reactions where you can perform either before or after, but you have to sacrifice at least a minor action to perform a reaction. So if you've used up all of your actions during your turn, you can't have reactions after. You can spend one of your minor actions beforehand
As a reaction.
for your turn.
As a reaction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
You can also split up major actions into minor actions. You can also
Yeah,
split up minor
it's a
actions
little-
into
yeah.
2 minor actions, major actions into 2 major actions. But yeah, basically there's a major action, a minor action, or a stunt.
So with everything, I got a 11.
You said
I'm
that's
tempted to use that fortune
versus
point.
Her
Might.
so versus her might. Oh, she has a might of 0, so that's a -0.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, I have mastery in this, right? Because of the maneuver thing.
Yes.
So it's actually plus another 1. So I got a 12.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, you grab
Oh,
her.
and I have a bonus die to grapple rolls. Hold on.
Shit.
Oh no, that's what it is. It's a bonus die to grapple rolls, not +1. It's
Not a
+1 to
+1.
resist.
Gotcha.
So actually the number doesn't change. I got an 11.
Got 11.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, you very easily, you see her like heading in your direction. She's one of the first people to move. She is super quick. You just like grab onto her, and you are like holding her, like
Mhm.
bear hug, holding her.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
moving.
Bowden's not doing it like cleverly. He just goes like, "You're not going anywhere."
Anywhere.
Like, oh, I just did a red accent, but you know what I mean.
It's
Yeah.
infectious.
Yeah, I tend to follow accents.
Captain.
She is just like, that is a mistake, friend. You want to let me go. Not her turn yet, so she can't do it.
And like, the conversation is minimal there, but basically he's just like, not until I know, we're after the same thing. You're not getting it if I'm not getting it. Now I cannot get the red accent out of my head. I tried to think of how to do that in French, and I'm just like, I went
ruining all other accents by playing the Scotswoman.
Well, it's because I played Zhao last week too, which had the same accent.
Yeah,
so
I have waited far too long. And
you
either
think you are alone in this? I have seen things before you were born.
She just laughs a crazy laugh. She's like, I'm going to win either way. If the choice is yours of whether your life is spared or not.
At this point, this is my life. And I'm not letting go.
Oh shit. Okay. That was Bowden. The Count is like furious.
I locked the door. Thank God I locked.
He like draws his sword and he is like he is like people. He's just trying to get people to move. Yeah, he's trying to get people to move. And he is like storming in that direction. He's not even focused on you actually, or Mal. He is just headed towards upstairs. Yeah. Once you said like someone is sneaking upstairs, he's like, oh hell no, and he is like pushing people out of the way. He's like, move or die. Like that. That's pretty much it.
Okay, so in a way, it worked a little, I guess.
And he's going upstairs, and John knows Red's upstairs, right?
He does know that Red is upstairs. Red, it is your turn actually.
Okay.
You start. Well, actually, you don't. You're inside of a door.
Is there another window? Is there a window in this room?
There are two. Yes, there are heavy curtains that are kind of draping over, but once you open them, there are two windows. Yes.
Perfect. She looks at the women and just goes, "All right."
She's like, "Oh, the girl's like, She's like, oh, don't worry, dear. Let her talk first.
I have a feeling things are about to go very bad, judging by what I just heard from the lady down the hall."
The grandma was very happy. Fairly fast, I suppose. The grandma's just like, don't you worry, dearie. I can get anywhere we need to go.
Excellent. All right, ma'am. And Red is going to pick up a chair and jam it under the doorknob so that not only is it locked, there's a chair under it.
She's clever.
And she is going to, I don't know how exactly, I'll use my full action to do this, but basically she wants to yank down one of the curtains and start tying knots into it so she can use this as a ladder to get these people down out the window.
Yeah, basically this is just a stunt. So stunts are basically just some sort of creative thing that you're doing that doesn't fit into like the normal.
Yes, and that is why I gave her bonuses in daring.
So
because that's what
I was gonna say, roll a daring roll.
Hell yes. Okay, that is I am going to use a fortune point to bring it up by 1 to make it a 9 instead of an 8.
Okay, so with your 9, you do like jam the door very easily. You yank down the curtains; they fall very easily for you. You begin tying knots, and the younger woman starts to help you kind of tie knots as well. But you are a little bit slow, so you are able to succeed in doing this thus far, but like you are kind of slowed down with just your 9.
That's fine. I totally expected it to take my full round, so yes, that is okay. I am more than happy with this.
Okay,
John, we finally come to you.
So John sees
Doc Void with rerolls all around, so we have 6 banked rerolls.
Thank God, because I have a feeling I'm
gonna 6. 6 total. We have 2. We got 2.
We've gotten 3 tonight.
Yeah, we do. I need to up the prices on these because y'all are spoiling us.
Yeah. No, I think it's good. John's gonna need.
It's helpful.
Yeah. John's
yes,
gonna
we
need
have.
it.
So we have 3 from Ray and stuff from about a half hour ago, and 3 from Duckwood.
Oh shit.
So how close is Bowden to Jean?
If I had to put it in feet, he's probably like 8 feet away.
Close enough to hear me if I say something. Okay.
Yes.
Even
like
in the chaos that's ever going. So John's John sees that he's holding Mallory. He probably overheard a little bit of that conversation. He sees that the Count is like storming upstairs. He knows Red's upstairs, and he knows that everything is like going down the crapper at a very quick rate right now. So he looks at Bowden and he goes, "Prepare to run, my friend." And then he closes his eyes and he just goes, "Forgive me, I tried." And he just draws his sword and turns around and says, "Count Aiden." And just is like standing there, like with his sword out.
This is his Inigo Montoya moment.
Yup. And
before more good lines, I just want to say, you said be prepared to run, and Bowden just looks at his leg and just goes, "You've got to be fucking kidding me."
And as he draws his sword, Bowden, you see that there's Latin on either side of it. It's a beautiful Damascus steel blade, and there's Latin inscriptions on either side of the sword. One looks older, and the other one looks a little newer.
Okay.
I don't know if you read Latin or not, but there's Latin.
Presumably, yeah. I mean, if anybody was reading Bibles back then, right? I think you had to. So
okay. Probably too quick to see what it says. So hopefully I survive and you can learn what it says later.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks.
You get a fortune point for that. Also, if you get a fortune point during a game, you also get an advancement point. I don't know where to track that, but you get both.
Yeah. Sweet.
You don't really see him anymore as he like was rushing by, but you hear like he was stomping. His boots were very heavy. You hear them just stop dead in his tracks.
And I'm just gonna stand
sound of your voice
in the traditional Spanish style, hand behind the back, sword just like right across my face.
Oh, that's so good.
Waiting for him to come in.
And you
not
hear,
moving
like,
in muscle.
The slow footsteps of him coming back.
Oh,
like man. Whatever he cared about, like this gold, whatever, he has dropped it all. He is turned around and he is slowly making his way back. Oh boy. Okay, so that was Gian.
We're back up to the top.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Well, the other military dudes were gonna do stuff, but shit, they know what's going down too. They know who you are now. I think they're just gonna back up.
Yeah. This is showdown style. Showdown time.
No.
Yeah.
Some of them do care about the gold, though. They don't actually really know what's going on, though. Okay, they're just gonna back up. They're gonna back up. Hold on. Yeah. Everyone just kind of backs up in the room to kind of make space from where you just stood and made your announcement.
Out of curiosity and totally for flavor, does Red hear him do this upstairs and hear everything just stop?
I don't know if she would hear. Yeah, why not? What? I mean, she for sure hears everything stop. I don't know if she hears.
That's fine. She hears everything stop. She's just very confused.
Yes.
I would also say if she heard John's voice carrying all the way upstairs, because I would say he probably yelled pretty loudly because there was probably a lot of commotion. That would also mean that the Countess Amelia would have heard John's voice.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my God, that's a good
she was out.
She was out in the hallway.
This became like an episode of Maury Povich.
Yeah. Shit, you're right. She's also gonna make her way over. Oh shit. When you were describing Jean and you were like, I'm gonna dress up in my normal stuff, I'm gonna go by this name, I was like, oh no, I thought you were gonna be hiding.
Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're here.
Mask off. Yep.
Mon Dieu. Sacre bleu.
Die young.
Yep.
Go get that.
Play your character like a stolen car.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh God!
Play every character like a Blake
especially
character.
in a swashbuckling game.
Yeah, no
what's
kidding.
the point in not doing that? Right.
Listen, the coolest part is you could get scars, and that's a lot cooler.
Stars are cool.
stars.
Bowden's already got a peg leg.
Bowden's already got a peg leg. Oh, I have an okay. If there are like foot soldiers and like they start moving on Jean, I will say that Bowden will let Mallory go and intercept, I think.
Oh, if they're like trying to get by.
Yeah. Like if they're going for Jean, like if they're gonna like not have this be a noble one-on-one duel, and like
no, they've pretty much have given Jean space now. Okay. They're waiting to see what the Count is going to do, and they have given him space. They're not surrounding
Just wanted
him.
To make sure.
They have backed up. Mal, however, is trying to kind of break out of your grip.
Okay. I believe that is to escape grapples. She has to make. It says here.
Yeah, I could not find that. Thank you. I think it's just another might roll as well.
The enemy cannot get away with you unless they make a grapple check against your might using a minor action. So this time she gets to roll with might and brawl, and I only roll with might.
Oh, wait. So you don't, does it say plus anything? Because you don't actually roll anything at all.
Oh, it says here.
She just has to get a 9, but she has to subtract whatever your might is.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yes,
okay,
correct.
so then she subtracts 2 from this.
Oh boy, her might and brawl are 0. So
did you just roll double 6s on me?
I did not.
Oh, good.
Oh, I did
Does
not.
she get out?
She does not. She is fighting dirty though. So she she like tries to break out. She's gonna try and do probably some sort of maneuver, maybe to grab your clothes and like pull them over.
Oh, I should mention this. She wasn't armed when I grabbed her, right?
Oh, she can parry, I know.
Okay. Yeah.
She was armed, but she didn't have her sword drawn. So she cannot parry.
That's okay. Yeah. I thought I would have thought about that, but
yeah.
Dirty fighting is a maneuver. That's one of the ones that Red has.
Yeah, she since she's grappled, she doesn't have as much maneuverability. So normally when you're dirty fighting, you have like everything free to like do stuff.
That's true.
But she can't really exactly do that. Oh, she totally fails. Poor
guys,
Mal.
I took a good one. Grapple.
Poor Mal.
You know what? If she tried to like hurt me, like I can crush/choke her.
Oh no, I mean she's fighting tooth and nail to break out. She is like elbowing you, she's trying to stomp you, she will bite you. She is fighting like her life is depending on this right now.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Okay, that was Mal.
Oh no.
Bowden, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Yes.
Oh, how much do I really want to do I want to hurt her? I don't know if I do. So but I don't want to yell and interrupt the duel because listen, I made the scene and now the scene is off of me. So like I'm keeping it that way. Now I'm looking out for Red. So what I'm going to do is maintain the grapple. I am going to, it says choke. I'm not going to choke her. I'm going to crush her. I'm going to bear hug her even more, hard. So like it hurts and she knows like stop fighting. So I'm going to deal damage and I'm going to attempt, because this is a major action. I was going to attempt to do this while like kind of dragging her out the way I came. Ooh. So like if we can take her, she's the cartographer. She was going to be making the copy. You know what I mean? Like she can be useful.
You would make another might roll. Yeah.
Okay. So it says here, actually it says you must have the enemy grappled to do this.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's might plus brawl versus her brawl. All right, and I definitely got it. I got a 6 and a 2 on the dice, which is 8 plus 4 is 12, which is a mighty success.
Yeah, you definitely have her. You have her. You are just like super strong. Your arms, like you bear hug her, and you just start dragging her back into the kitchen.
So, for reference, I deal 2/4 damage, and then a mighty success on an attack. Do I roll an additional D6, or do you want me to like? Is there like? Do we want to just say?
Success?
Yeah. Do we want me to just say? Well, is it a mighty success?
No, you have to roll double 6s for it to be mighty.
A double 6.
Oh, yeah, or I could spend the fortune point to make this 12 okay.
Correct.
So in that case, yeah. So I deal 4 damage to her. She cannot yield advantage, and I just start dragging her out.
Okay. That is perfect. That was your turn?
That was my turn, I guess, yeah.
Okay. The Count begins coming down the stairs and turning the corner. And as he does, he says very slowly, but very loudly and very clearly, Gian Maria Volante de Cavalcante. I can't say your name. Cavalcante.
The
and
one
he has
only.
a sword drawn. He also has it raised up in front of him.
We'll just probably like start to circle. And I go, it appears Providence has thrown us together once again.
This is where you ran off to.
This is where I traveled to.
You. I trusted you. I brought you into my home. You betrayed me. I have spent years thinking about you and your name. God damn it.
Rainy last name. Read what you wrote out loud for the stream.
Yeah, you need to own that one. You need to own
up
that.
to what you just
Yeah, you
fucking
absolutely
said.
do, Rainy.
Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead, Rainy.
Jean Maria Volante de Cavalcante. You make my wife finish. Now I finish you. No, wait, that didn't come out right.
Clip it. 227.
Please. I wanted him to say it out loud so I could clip it, so we have evidence of this bullshittery.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That might be the worst one yet of the night.
yeah, that's bad. So, anyway, he's thought about me for years. Let's get back to that.
I have spent my life the only man you did not finish your duel with.
I finished the duel. I just chose to grant you mercy and a second chance.
It was not mercy.
Well, now you have a chance to finish me, if you wish. On your honor,
No,
we will duel.
I will be the man who killed Jean Maria, and
Should
I will be
win?
famous in all of Spain.
Should I win, my friends and I will leave, unmolested by your men.
Who else are you here with?
You do not need to know that yet. If you win, you may have my life.
You have a deal.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna be good thing we got rerolls.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh gosh.
Also, Sunday meet, I came back in amazing time. They came
Yeah.
back during
Just
the
that
fucking...
close. Oh god.
Man, in
welcome to
episode 1,
Street
Duel to the
Friends.
Death. Let's go.
Oh god.
Oh my god, what the... really is your Inigo Montoya moment.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You know what?
I was like, oh man,
Christian's-
so much is happening first episode for Christian.
It's so good.
Next week I'll be
Listen.
back with a new character.
You'll play
Yeah.
Salty Bob.
I was gonna say Two Tooth.
Back
Back
to
to- I'll save the boat for you.
Whoever you want. I was trying to figure out if I could fit Thomas Fuckery in here, but like I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
No place for him. I don't know.
Yes,
where to
I
fit him.
love this shout out.
Yeah, there's always a place for fuckery.
That's right.
I don't know where to fit him.
Specifically that it's good society shout outs. It's making my heart very
I know.
happy.
They were easy because they were French and English. I was like, I need names. Perfect.
Christian
Happy.
Christian came to duel. It's back-to-back weeks of dueling games. So
Yeah, it really
he's in the
is.
zone.
I hope
He's
my
in the
luck is
zone.
as good this time.
Yeah.
So you begin, the two of you begin circling around very expertly. He has grown a lot since your last duel. You have very similar styles. You can tell with each like footwork that it is each footstep that it is very similar, very careful, very precise.
You have been practicing.
I've been waiting for this day.
And Amelia, how is she? I suppose she'll be along momentarily.
You will never know. And just at that time, actually, the Contessa is also turning the corner and she's like, Jean.
And I'm just like,
Oh, Jean, why are you here? No, I'm going French. I can't do a Spanish accent. Why are you here?
it appears Providence has brought us back together.
Oh wow, what a line. What a good line.
I hope that none of you die this time.
Rest easy, Amelia. I have no intention of taking your husband's life.
He's like, you will if you know what's good for you. You won't let me die. Yeah. Okay, so that was the count. Bowden went the count. Red.
So
Back to you. Tie a knot.
Yup, she wants
It's
to
quiet upstairs.
Yeah, so she wants to basically make this so that she can hook it around something up top and fling it out the window. So that she basically, her intent is help the young woman down first, then help the grandmother from the top, and worst case scenario, young woman can catch her at the bottom. And
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
So basically
Help
what
the
her
grandmother
intent
down first.
Yeah, young woman down first.
Okay.
Then grandma, so that Red can help her from the top and her granddaughter can help her from the bottom.
Are you like lowering them? Or you're gonna have them climb down?
I'm gonna have them climb down.
Okay.
But Red is gonna basically be guiding and kind of giving tips specifically to the younger one, actually, because grandma looks like she knows what the fuck she's doing. And Red thinks she's cool as shit, but she doesn't want her to break a bone. Yeah, so she's like young old. Person first.
She's really old.
Then cool grandma. Then me.
Gotcha. All right. Young girl goes first. She's very, very nervous to begin with.
Yeah.
And as you like open the window, you like lower it down. One of the first things that you notice is this like dark smoke that appears to be coming out of some of the windows downstairs. FYI.
Oh.
Place is on fire. Oh shit.
No.
This duel
I
just got
knocked
cooler.
out the cook.
She kind of looks down. She's like, oh, this is really very high. Oh my goodness. All right. Very, very high. And so she is very nervous to begin with. She like climbs her way down. She's very careful. She's very slow. She notices the smoke, and so she starts to go faster. But she trips kind of halfway through it, and she yells out kind of like a scream, and she tries to grab like the rope, and it helps guide her down. But she is very clumsy, and she for sure falls to the ground. But she's like, "Ow, I'm all right, I think."
All right.
Ow.
Stay careful. Stay out of sight. It's just be careful.
Right?
She looks at grandma.
She looks at
Are you ready, ma'am?
Oh, I was born ready.
You and I are gonna get along so well.
Yeah, she's got this very heavy cloak, and she kind of it's kind of very baggy, so there's lots of like waves and stuff like that. She kind of pushes up her arms, and you can tell, even though her hands are very like thin and wrinkly, like her skin has like seen a lot of sun, and you can see like muscle, like you can see the hard lines of muscle on her arms.
So Red would know, like, this is a woman that's worked.
Yeah, she's worked. She's got like sunspots and freckles. Like she's kind of small, but she is like, she can work. And as soon as she gets up and starts to move, you can tell that she's moving fairly fine. And she like swings herself onto the rope very easily. Let me hope that she has it.
Have we gotten this old lady's name yet?
Nope. Not.
Red has not asked their names.
And she climbs down like a monkey. Like she's just like not super quick, hops down a little bit, and helps her granddaughter.
I love this
like
old lady.
your turn, honey.
All right, what do I need to roll for this?
It would be, I believe, a daring.
It's gotta be daring,
I think
right?
I get a bonus to this because I have born athlete. Let me double check.
I actually
Honestly, you could probably swing a bonus from pirate here too.
Oh, that's true. Lots of rope.
Yes, any athletic activity, and climbing is one of the ones listed. I get a bonus die.
Okay, perfect.
Take
the 2 hides.
And could I say I get a bonus from pirate on this because I'm like climbing regularly?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that if it's not it would just be like a plus pirate.
Yeah, so that takes me and you said daring?
Yes.
Okay, so my highest again were a 4 and a 2, so that's 6. Daring is +2 plus pirate makes it 9.
Oh, we got there with the pirate.
You just to make it. All right, so
skating by.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably true of a lot of your pirating, maybe, except the killing part. But yeah, you managed to climb down. You do well. You've done it lots of times before.
You know what they say?
Not as flavorful as the grandma, but
that's fine.
You know what they say?
No, it's because Red's in a dress and she's like,
That's true. You are in a dress.
He is at a dress.
You know what they say though? You don't want to see red when she sees red.
You don't.
That's
You
when
do
it's
not.
bad news.
Oh, anger.
And then she just looks. She goes, "All right, I've got a friend with a small boat. We're going to take you guys out to my boat, and you'll be safe there while I make sure my men are okay. We just got to get you there first."
All right, just lead the way, honey. Just lead the way.
And she's just gonna, I know this will probably take a couple turns for her to kind of skirt them around and get, basically her goal is get them around to Two Tooth and make him, thread him to keep them fucking safe and sail off and then come back. I don't know. I know this will.
Yeah, that'll take some time.
Rounds, yeah.
As you're kind of maneuvering and kind of helping them and navigating, the younger woman, you notice like once she's kind of landed and fallen on the ground and gotten up, she's coughing fairly lightly, like she has asthma or something, but she's coughing fairly lightly and struggling a little bit as you guys are walking. She has to catch her breath. That
she'll keep an eye on her.
Red, Gian.
So I'm circling Adian.
You guys are circling, yes.
And I look at him and I say, Adian, I know that I have wronged you. And I accept that. I am a changed man. I wish that you would do away with your...
Twice.
I wish that you would let go of your desire for violence and befriend me.
That is a joke coming from you.
Adian, the Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates with a passion. Psalms 11:5.
This is a joke, right? You are the most wicked and most violent of our country. Every man and woman of Spain knows your name.
Even I could change. Do not cross blades with me.
Oh, you're trying to anti-duel him?
Stay here with your lovely wife. Let me and my friends go. Involve yourself not in his quest for gold or vengeance.
Anti-duel. What is...
So, okay. So how we'll do this, we'll do it probably like a social combat. So what you would do is you would roll. So everyone, I think, has a composure of 3 to start with.
Yes.
So you would have to reduce his composure down to 0 in order to succeed.
Now, I'm ready to defend myself if he attacks me.
I was going to say,
but I'm not making the first move. Yeah.
You too.
Thank you, Otter Poet. Yeah.
If you go physical too, you could always just play to disarm basically, and then
I have like tag disarm. I'm not intending to, but I also that's only going to make him mad. I don't want to humiliate him in his house in front of his wife and all his men again.
I mean, you definitely
it's too late for that.
Again, yeah.
It's too late for that.
Just don't want to do it a third time.
Social combat, blah 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 blah. The attack. So
what page is that on, Jess? So I can just pull that up.
It is on 85.
Oh, there it is. Social combat and repartee. Okay.
All right. So you would roll flair, which is like your best stat.
Sweet.
Oh boy.
13, baby.
Wow.
Oh
okay.
Boy.
So he gets a -1 to composure. Where are you, Count? Okay. So you're trying to talk him down. Okay. Mal. Oh, so Bowden and Mal, you guys got dragged into, or you dragged her into the kitchen.
I did.
As soon as you pull her into the kitchen, you see the smoke as well, because one of the fires is here. And you see the Mal's friend, the like bigger, young, like more built young man was in here, and he is like setting things aflame in this house. He is setting the walls and stuff like that, but he sees you fighting with Mal. This is Carter.
This is Carter.
Correct.
Okay. I'm just gonna write pyromaniac next to him. But that's his distraction, which makes sense. And oh gosh, so now it's 1v2. Is it my turn already?
It is not. It is Mal and their
it's
turn.
Mal's turn. Okay.
Yes. So Carter is coming over. He spots you. He is coming over and trying to
shoot.
grapple and maneuver you, or like basically break up your grapple.
Yeah. So how should I do this? Because
or will he stab you? He'll probably stab you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes more sense.
It does say here that under choke and crush, which I'm doing at the moment, it does say, note, while your hands are occupied, you cannot make reactions. You're also very vulnerable to attacks by other people.
Shit.
I'm at a loss and unable to yield advantage to attacks.
Shit.
If I'm damaged by an attack while using choke and crush, I immediately lose the grapple. Yeah, I immediately lose my grapple. So if he stabs me, I drop Mallory.
Shit. Okay, so that he is going to stab you. He
sweet
draws his dagger.
Sweet.
And is going to stab you. Cool.
Oh boy.
Cool.
Do I have to roll anything?
No. It would be whatever your defense is would be minus this.
Where is I have a -1 defense.
Oh no. Oh no. Well,
he's not the fighter,
he got a 13.
Oh no.
He got a 13. So that is like 4 points of lifeblood.
Yeah, okay. I got good and stabbed there. That feels good.
At least Bowden's a chunky boy.
I'm a chunky boy. I got some.
He's got extra
and I have one
lifeblood.
I have 1 protection.
Okay, so that would
3.
lower it by 1. Yes,
that's
correct.
good. Yeah.
Okay. So
he comes up. He like sees you right away. He's like, "Hey, let go of her!" And he comes up, stabs you like right in the lower arm. Just
and I do. I just throw her off of me. I'm just like, God. And just kind of
he's just like, Mal, you okay? She's like, I'm fine. Just keep going. And Mal is probably gonna book it too. She's like running.
Yeah, well,
back in a
she goes
different
before me
direction
too,
away
right?
from
So
you. Yeah, this is both of their turn.
okay.
And he's got his knife drawn to you. That was Mal. Bowden, actually, it's your turn now.
Okay, so the problem here is I know I've left Jean in a duel.
Yes.
Something in
there is also fire in this house now.
Something in Bowden knows that Jean can handle himself. And a part of him feels responsible and says, I gotta go.
Hydrate.
Hydrate. I gotta go hydrate. But also part of him feels like I can't leave this guy behind. Like, you know what I mean? Like he is, even if this duel is just one-on-one, like he's surrounded by enemies.
He is surrounded by enemies right now.
But more importantly, I have no idea where Red is. And that's the problem. She's my captain. So
good luck finding your captain
now. Shoot. What does he do? Okay, question. Does it look like I can exit the kitchens the way I came into them?
It does not. Carter is in your way. And there's
he's blocking me and the fire spreading.
Correct.
So I gotta go back out towards Jean. Or get through
Correct. Carter. Those are your 2 options. Correct. To be fair, that is also the way that Mal was back through the door.
Yeah. Shoot. Now the question.
So she went back into the room where Jean was, or out to the back?
Back into the room where Jean was.
Okay, perfect. Good to know.
Oh my god!
Not
guys.
that Red knows, but I
guys, we showed up here and we're burning down a villa tonight.
Well, technically, we didn't start the fire.
Technically, you didn't. Oh, jeez. Yes.
Yeah, I was always burning. Since the
so nice.
I made a reference.
So okay. Can I metagame real quick and ask the 2 of you? Do we care about Mallory, or should I just go and get Jean out of there and hope that Red's gotten out? Like I
think we have to lean on swashbuckling tropes, which would be you'll probably meet again sort of thing, and it's getting out of here is the important thing now.
Okay.
Because even with this duel, I'm hoping for like we shall meet again and getting the fuck out of here more than
perfect. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually. Can we assume that I have my hammer on my hip?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. From underneath my big heavy jacket, looking like just a regular worker, I just pull out like a big heavy hammer, like a 3-4 pound hammer, and I just heft it. And I look at his knife, and I just like I hold it up to him, and I'm gonna swing it at him and attempt to knock him in the head.
Okay.
and then I'm going to turn and follow Mallory. But like basically, it's like I'm swinging a warning shot at this guy with like a heavy hammer, you know.
Okay, so this is more like a warning, or are you actually going to hit him, or are you just like intimidating?
Yeah, I want to intimidate him.
Okay.
To not come stab me again. Like I also have a weapon. Like back up, and then I'm gonna like walk back out towards Mallory.
So intimidation is a thing. It is flair plus career.
Oh no.
Plus
Yes.
here.
It's one of your careers, which might be pirate or carpentry or both. Actually,
I also have soldier.
Oh, soldier would also work too.
Would do it.
And yeah, so I have -1 flair and I have 1 soldier, so they cancel each other out. And I'm just gonna look at him like I'm bleeding. He stabbed me, and I just go like I fought worse than you, boy. Like I'm not scared of you. Like get the hell out of here. And I'm just gonna hold the hammer up and like fake swing it and try and intimidate him. Let's see. Oh man, do I wish I could. Hold on, let me see if I got anything for this.
You can spend. So the thing about fortune points too is that they go away at the end of the session.
Oh, okay.
BT does. So you guys should have a permanent +1 from whatever you started, but like whatever extra ones you've got and stuff.
Yeah, and so like your base,
and they also
fortune,
restart.
Yeah,
they
your
restart
base fortune
every session.
Then I should make a note of what my starting total was.
Yeah.
Okay. So in that case,
so like spend them freely.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's what they're for too. Yeah.
Spend them.
All right. In that case, I'm going to spend 2 of them to make it a 9, because I got a 7.
Okay.
So I'll spend 2 of the fortune points to make it a 9. Intimidate him.
Yeah, he takes like a step back.
Yeah. And I'm like,
his eyes grow a little bit wide.
Get out of here. And like, I fought worse than you, boy. Leave with your life. And I just I turn and I hold my side and I'm holding my hammer out. And like, you know what I do is I just like whack the side of a door frame with like, you know, like with the butt of it, like in anger to like show how strong I am, put a dent in the wood or whatever. Or like, you know, and just kind of like keep walking. Keep walking through to just be like, this shit went sideways. Fuck. Like just merde, like just like yelling French.
Yeah. Okay. And you were heading back towards where Mallory is going. You're following her?
Yeah, basically, but I'm honestly at this point I'm less concerned about Mallory and more concerned about Jean and finding Red.
Gotcha.
So like I'm using most of my movement here to like come back into this room and be like, do I see Red anywhere? No. Is Jean alive? Good. And like,
yes. So where do you want to? So you go back into the room. Jean is like circling and talking with the count.
I'm like shoving people out of the way to like get like a close up view and like see more.
Yes.
Like,
I will also say Red? Too, like the house is on fucking fire. That's a really good distraction for all of us to get out of here.
Yeah, true.
I'm just saying, like if you just yelled fire, that would probably go a long way.
That's true too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, do I have enough like stuff left to just kind of like walk out and like turn back and just be like, it just keeps, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it gets worse. There's a fire in the kitchens. I don't speak Spanish. There's a fire. Fuego. Okay, I got that much.
Clip that. 249.
It is fuego.
Yeah, wow.
Fuego.
Okay. Yeah. I took like 3 years of Spanish and I don't even know that. You like point, and as you like come into this room and you're like you say all of that, you also notice that from the front where the library was, there's also smoke billowing out of there as well.
Son of a bitch. Yeah. Oh my god. So Gail and Carter started fires.
Correct.
Oh, they're the worst. I don't like these 3.
Correct. You do that. The count is coming at you, Jean.
The sexy pirate band.
And that does work. Fire people kind of look and they like see the smoke now and they are starting to panic.
Good, great.
Damn. Where is, hold on, took pictures of where he is that I am flipping.
Jess, would you say that this is in full swing?
Are we in full swing?
I think we are now.
I think we're in full swing
now. So he is going to actually tag you.
I'm gonna parry that.
I love this. This tag thing, right? It's mostly just like trying to one up one another.
Oh, so he's coming over with his sword and he is like carefully maneuvering and he is like cutting his sleeves off and like cutting his fancy clothing that he just adorned and stuff like that. Maybe even he knows how much this sword means to him. Maybe even his like sword belt.
So he's coming
Wow.
in. So yeah, I'm gonna try to parry that.
Does he might have to hit first before you.
Yeah, so roll to see that, and I think he has to go against my defense, right?
Yes, it is. I believe an opposed roll.
Okay, so I roll
defense plus daring for you.
Defense plus daring. That's cool.
Good.
Oh no.
12.
Ooh, I also just got a 9. But it's like oppose, which means like you're higher, right?
Mhm.
So
Yep.
he tries to like slash at you, and you expertly dodge out of the way. You maneuver, and you just keep talking to him, I suppose.
Yeah, I just easily bat it away, and I'm not even looking like he's trying. Just like bats it away, and just kind of keep circling him. And he sees the smoke and hears Bowden yell fire, and then it goes again. Now we'll say, "It appears your house is in disorder, my friend. We should lay this aside. You must save your wife. You must save your home."
I want nothing more than to see you dead.
So I roll what I roll. What do I roll? Flair, right? For this.
What are you
for
doing?
the social part of what I'm doing.
Because
last time I rolled a 13, so I don't know if
Correct.
I like knocked him down one a peg or what. But
you knocked him down 1, yes. So he has
Okay.
a -1 to everything. So
this
now you
is
would also
a
do Flair.
8. God damn, 11.
11. Oh, that is still a success. So he is down -2. Red.
Honestly, we could have used.
So he would be scrambling then, right? Is that like if
no,
looking
that's
at
not
the-
advantage. That is advantage
Okay.
is different than composure, because
Okay.
you are doing social.
Okay.
You would do advantage if it was like melee combat
Gotcha.
to
Okay.
get like kind of higher ground and maneuverability and stuff like that, and backing him up into a corner. But if you're doing social fighting, it is composure, and he's like
Gotcha.
losing his confidence and
Gotcha.
getting worse at everything. Red, you successfully secure, you make it back to Two Tooth. You successfully get the grandma and the granddaughter into the dinghy. Are you telling them to wait, or are you telling them to go to the ship and come back?
No, so she's going to look at them and be like, "This is Two Tooth. He's part of my crew.
Oh,
Good lad. Going to take you onto my ship." And she looks at Two Tooth. "Put them up in my quarters, give them food, water, salty bomb, make sure he knows they're there, make sure he gets them the best food that we have there. They have been starving and they have been locked up." And anyone that knows Red knows that she is very against any prison. Like, that's part of the reason she did the mutiny, is the captain did a lot of prisoner shit, and she was like not about that at all. So that's a rule on the ship, is like, if we take a prisoner, they are treated as a fucking guest. And so they know that is a promise and a threat from her. And of course, Captain Squirt's like, she's got the nicest room, so she's like, put them somewhere comfy.
Two Tooth like takes it very seriously. He
bring them to Salty Bob, everything they want, and then come back here. I have to go find the boys.
I'm sorry, did you say Salty Bob? Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, he's my first mate. Great fella. No, trust me, the name's a little misleading. He's actually a real sweetheart. It's more of a joke than anything.
Of course, I'm sure they all. And Grandma's like, "Don't you worry, dearie. It's just a name. They're perfectly fine people. I've never met a pirate I didn't like."
Oh, that's so funny.
And she's like,
woman.
"It's fine, dearie. We'll be fine. We've made it this far." And she's like, "Have we?"
And you'll make it a lot farther on our ship, trust me.
Really only just begun. Okay. All right. Well, get back safe. We will see you soon.
I'll see you soon. She gives him a salute.
Oh, and she gives you a hopefully correct salute back.
Red does not correct her. She doesn't know if she was doing it right either.
Granny just like grabs the oar and she's like, "Onward."
That's so
I
funny.
love her so much.
This lady's so great.
And then Red just turns and begins to book it back to the mansion because she's got to save her boys.
Yeah, as soon as you turn, I was gonna say you see billowing smoke like rising to the skies, like dark smoke. That is, you've seen smoke like this before. You've seen houses.
Oh God.
Oh, fire.
Oh, shit.
Oh, not Red's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, do you come back, Red?
Your crew's still there.
She's gonna go back. She's not happy about it, but her boys are in there. It's her crew, her responsibility. She's the captain.
Nice.
Okay. Oh.
Sorry,
She's not happy about it, but she's going back.
We dropped off Granny and the girl with Two Tooth, who's taking them back to the ship, and Red just turned around to run back to get us, but realized that fire
Nice.
Which
is
her
spreading, and
biggest
fire
fear.
is her fear.
Oh.
With that, Jean, it is your turn. There is now smoke filling this room, yes, and fire starting to inch across the walls.
What a
People are
dramatic
leaving.
This
For
game
sure,
is like
this
living
manner.
right up to what I had hoped for. It's
This is
swashbuckling,
awesome.
freaking first session sword fight in a burning mansion. This is awesome.
Like nuts.
But Jean, it is your turn. The fire is
Okay.
creeping along the basin, like the bottom wood flooring. It's starting to creep up the sides. People are leaving, but like the count is dead set on you. He has lost his composure. He's getting kind of nervous. His arm is a little shaky. He's backed up a few steps, but he's got intent in his eyes.
What is the countess doing?
That was
The
just what
countess
I
has
said
run
too.
as well.
She's ran
Oh,
away
okay.
too. All right.
Yeah.
He's like,
She is like, yeah, she's not playing around with fire.
She's not here
she
for it.
like runs to the sergeant and they help kind of get her out.
Okay. Jean looks at him, just looks him in his eyes, and he goes, "My friend, Emilia has run. Your home is burning. Surely, your hatred for me is not worth everything that you have.
You have dishonored me.
Do not envy the violence or choose any of their ways." Providence 331. I was wrong to do what I have done. But just because I was wrong does not mean you need to do a wrong and sin as well. My soul is blackened by the things I have done, and I carry it every single day. Do not be like me. I am not worth your vengeance. I'm going to spend a fortune point on that roll because I think that lets me roll
Bonus
3
die?
dice. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Correct. You also get a +2 for good monologuing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's savvy. No, my flair. And
Flair.
basically, I take advantage. I take the highest 2 dice, my flair, and
Correct.
another +2.
Correct.
Oh, shit. I'm going to take a reroll. Because that was a 1. That was a 1, and a 3.
Oh, no.
So,
All right.
yeah.
So what are we down to? 4?
Yeah. So,
Yep,
okay, that's better. 5, 7,
I've got
8,
a
9,
track.
10. That's a 12.
Okay.
A
So
dirty
that is
12.
his
Yeah.
last composure.
12.
You say all this, and you see his arm is just shaking violently, and you see his eyes kind of dart around to the fire that is growing on either sides of the walls and starting to reach like the next floor and kind of closing in over the top. And ash is starting to fill the room. He raises his sword kind of haphazardly, and he just yells and runs at you. He swings, but not really to hit you or kind of with the intent to miss. He's kind of flailing about randomly, and he just yells and kind of swipes at you to kind of move away, and he runs out the door.
Very good. I will.
But it is a scream of anger and rage and loss.
Awesome.
And you are left alone in this burning room.
I'm going to sheath my sword, and then
Bowden is not far. He
Yeah.
is waiting for Jean.
Oh yeah.
I'm
that's
looking.
right.
I'm going to look around. Is there like a window I can jump through? Maybe.
There's the same door that he came through. There's probably other rooms that aren't on fire yet.
I
that
don't
have
want to go
windows.
the same way that the count went because I
Oh,
think
that's fair.
that.
Actually, no, there is. There's probably windows, but it's not open. You'd have to break the window to get through.
I was
I'm just going to
ask
jump through it. Classic
fair.
swashbuckling move.
True,
Crash.
true.
Out the- yeah.
Well,
True.
before you do that though, I do want Bowden to like yell and just say, "Do you know if Red got out?"
I know not, my friend.
Man. And so yeah, you run out and Bowden's not jumping through a window, so okay. and then that happens, and he's like,
Oh well, no. I mean, I thought you were out of the house. If you're not,
No.
I'm not going to do that. All right.
Yeah, he is like behind you, or
yeah,
you,
I'm basically
or
like I was
yes.
making sure that I could get you out if anything went wrong.
Okay. So in that case, I'm just going to go, we must trust the providence that she did. And we got to get out of here. And I'm going to grab him and try to get out the kitchen, actually, because I'm not going to just like ditch him in the house.
Got the same
with,
way.
with a wooden leg. Yeah.
That is fine. You guys turn, you guys kind of head towards that way. There is fire kind of growing everywhere. You hear another loud, like vengeful, angry, lost scream upstairs from a woman. And you just hear like banging through a door, like she is trying to crash through a door, and she is just yelling with rage and anger and loss. You guys make it through the kitchen. There is lots of smoke here. Because it's the kitchen as well, there's not as much, there's probably the walls to burn mostly, but you guys there's lots of smoke. It's very cloudy. You do manage to break your way through to the other side. You see the whole villa has kind of caught.
Oh, geez.
And you hear like
now this guy
crash.
hates me even more.
Yeah, you hear a crash of glass like on the other side of the house, and you see Mal kind of get down and kind of run off as well. But you guys have made it out of the house. Red, you're headed back. I don't know how close you get.
She is terrified. So she's gonna definitely still stay a couple yards distance to kind of keep herself, but she'll yell for them, just start calling, Button, Jen, get out, you fuckers! And she like is clearly nervous and just swearing out of nervous habit.
Yeah. And you guys hear this. You hear her kind of screaming your name. You guys have never heard her be this nervous before. Every step closer is just very hard. You see like the villa is on fire and it's just way too familiar. The smoke, the way the flames flicker, that smell of like burning wood.
And do I notice that Bowden's been stabbed?
Oh yeah, I don't know. That's true. He's probably bleeding. Yeah.
You probably hear me grunt a little bit, but
I mean,
you're
Bowden would be
bleeding.
like,
Quickly, my friend. Lean on me.
he's fine. I've had worse. And then he just I look and like I say, like, I'll tell you my story. It seems like you have some of your own to share.
He when you say that, you see in his face like sadness at that. Sadness, but he acknowledges it. He nods and he goes, I wish I did not, but I do. Come, we must leave. And we'll head to here where we hear Red.
Okay. Yeah, and we go to Red's yelling.
Yeah, she sees them and she just sighs with relief and then just, we're good. Come on.
Make it to the boat as quickly as we can. Yeah.
And she just fucking hightails it.
Yeah, you guys run, you guys make it back just in time, just as you guys are making it to the edge. Two Tooth is like rowing the little dinghy right back, and he's like, "Hi, Captain.
They're safe aboard?
Yes, I followed you.
All right, we got to get the fuck out of here. Everything's gone to shite in a handbag. She's climbing on board, hiking up her skirts.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. He probably saw you all beautiful for like the first time. He was like, oh, didn't even recognize you, Captain. Sorry, Bowden. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, no. Basically, once he sees Red, Bowden's just like, "I'm so sorry. It did not go well. I meant to just have an exit planned, but I overheard the woman you were speaking with. She and her friends were going to make a distraction and make a move for the map. I don't know. I'm glad you got out. I did not see you once you went upstairs.
We're good. Bowden, why are you bleeding?
Yes, some young fucker. Just like he just goes like, Carter, and like I explained, like one of the women you were talking to, it's one of her friends. He was the distraction. There was a Gale with them. They were after the map as well.
You put some fucking put some pressure on it. We'll get you bandaged up as soon as we get back aboard.
Yeah, and he just kind of like he's like, it's fine.
It's not fine. I don't want you dying on me.
For the record, I'm at 11 on a 14 lifeblood. I'm doing fine.
She doesn't know that you're bleeding.
Yeah. But Bowden's like,
he's like, it's a scratch. It's a nick.
Yeah.
He's like,
Tis but a flesh wound.
Yeah.
And Red's just fucking tearing all the hairpins out of her hair, throwing them into the water. Let her hair all hang loose. Just
wind in the hair, just like helping it blow
just
through.
get back to normal. I don't like this.
John's actually like taking off his sword belt and again just like rested the sword on his lap, and he's just kind of looking at it, at it as and like kind of rubbing his hands on it as the boat rolls him back to the ship.
Didn't even have to use it once. It's a big step. The three of you make it back to the ship very easily. Two-Tooth, with the help of Bowden, hauls ass back to this place. You guys climb aboard. The grandma and the granddaughter were very made comfortable. They have gotten food, water. They are quite pleased with how kindly your crew treats them.
Mama trains them right.
Yeah. You guys start to sail away. Bowden, you're the one who kind of notices off in kind of the cliffside through the trees. Mallory is kind of watching as the ship moves away.
Fuck.
And she like draws a dagger, like slashes her palm, and like blood drips down into the earth. And you think it's kind of far away, so it's hard to tell that there's like a shine or glint or change in her eyes.
Oh shit.
She is magic.
As you're floating away.
Yeah, and Bowden just looks and just It is not the last we will see of them.
The grandma. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it is not the last we'll hear of any of them, my friend.
The grandma comes out, little jostle in her step, and she's like, "We've got treasure to find and treasure to get back to. I hope you lads and lasses are ready for an adventure, because it's not an easy one."
Gentlemen, may I introduce you to our navigator to Providence?
And this time, Bowden's heart does flutter.
Oh yes, that's true. Jean, you are also seeing her granddaughter come out for the first time, and she immediately catches your eye. She steps out from the captain's window, the wind blowing in her hair, and she just turns, and there's just like a sparkle and almost radiance behind her in your eyes, and you're immediately taken by this girl.
Cara mia.
The grandmother, she's like, since you went through all the trouble to break me out, I thought I would share this to you. This is where we're going. So she turns to kind of face the ocean, and she drops her like heavy cloak. She's actually not wearing anything except for like a loincloth, and her back is kind of like taunt. It doesn't have kind of like the wrinkles. It's got that sun age. I don't know if taunt is the right word, but like
taunt,
taunt.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
taunt,
right.
Yeah.
And very like Prison Break style. There is like a map, a very detailed map tattooed on her back. It's got like the sun in different positions all the way around, so that depending on the season, you can navigate and maneuver back to the island. There's this huge map, and there's kind of a crude drawing of the old lands and a particular island. There's these strange writing symbols that you don't really understand, that I don't believe any of you have seen. And there is one particular spot on the island where there is that circle of the unfurling blossom marked on there.
For the record, as soon as she dropped her jacket, Bowden just slapped his hand over Two-Tooth's eyes.
Nice. And that is where we'll end today's session.
Yes,
wow. So awesome, Jess. Yeah, so
applause
awesome.
for Sesh 1. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was great.
Shit.
That was so good.
That's where we'll end.
Oh,
Wow.
I love this so much.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. That's where we're headed. Yay.
That was awesome.
Oh,
I really thought
it went
when you
to some pretty
introduced
awesome
Mallory-
places already. Yeah.
Yeah, when you introduced Mallory, I went, "Oh, that's got to be like Amber's character or something like that." You know what I mean? Like it was going to be competition, but no.
Yes. Well, she's still competition.
She's still competition. But
I really like Mallory. Yeah, she's one of my favorite people that I've
so
made.
excited to see her come back, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How freaking awesome was this? This was fantastic.
Yeah.
This played
so
right into the tropes. This is a great job.
I hope
Jess.
so. I was
Yeah,
like,
it
how do
absolutely
I? I was like, we're doing a pirate game, but we're not going to be on a ship yet. I was like,
No, that was awesome.
No, that was fantastic. That is exactly what you could have hoped for with this game.
I'm excited to get to the island, though. That is the part I am so excited for.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna lean in like right away and just introduce the Count and Countess. I was like, that's where they are.
That's so good. And like you brought in Sarah's fear, you brought in women for you know what I mean, like Jean to struggle over, and like
you brought in a ton of stuff for Jean, like his whole background.
Yes. Yeah, I know. This whole episode, I was like, I feel bad. It's like very Jean heavy, but like I feel like it's gonna be less Jean heavy actually the rest of it.
I'm sure it will.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Except when the Count comes back, obviously. But you know, Jean, I actually wasn't sure if you were gonna fall in love with. I was like tossing up through the whole session if I should have you fall in love with the grandmother or the granddaughter.
See, I was expecting Mallory. That's what I was expecting.
I also thought about Mallory.
Yeah,
like, I also thought about Mallory. You might too. I have multiple people.
I can. John loves him and leaves him. He can fall in love with another.
Because like you didn't really interact with Mallory.
I did not. No.
She had all the banter with Red.
Yeah, yeah. There was tension with Fred.
Oh yeah. Oh, you love to see it.
Yeah. Mal's my favorite though.
No, she's fantastic.
Yeah, she's cool.
She's really cool. I wish she was. It's okay.
Stronger.
Maybe I'll make her physically stronger. She's like,
hey, just say it's part of a ritual transition, you know, like
that's true. I did some shit.
I did some shit just now.
Well, hell.
Hell.
Thank you everyone for joining us on this wild ride of the first episode of Honor and Intrigue. If you enjoyed it and want to see more of what we do, follow us here. We stream every other Friday at 7-ish p.m. EST. We are also on all of the other social medias at DMs After Dark. You can also check us out on any of your favorite podcast apps at DMs After Dark, where you'll get audio recordings of these streams, our podcast, Modified Roles, and the occasional episode of My Psycho Weird Chaos, baby. 1d6, 1d4, 1d6. Nope, 1d6, 1d4? I don't remember.
1d4.
It's the show where I lose all my brain cells, get people to talk about things for 1 to 4 minutes. And it's great. If you want to reach out to us one-on-one, we have an email address, dmsafterdark@gmail.com. Questions, complaints, stories. We love stories. Last stream I asked what everyone's favorite sea shanty was. This time my question of the week is going to be congratulations, you're on a pirate's crew. What's your job? What's your position?
Or what's your pirate nickname?
And what's your pirate nickname? Yeah, give me both of those. So again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We super appreciate it. And join us in 2 weeks for more swashbuckling and chaos with like the coolest granny around. And until next time, befriend more grandmas, I think.
Yeah.
Or be salty.
Be salty.
Oh, be salty. I like it.
Be salty.
I like it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Ho.
Every time the
Bye.